It's a new day, and I cannot wait to see the new update of DC Rob on YouTube. His channel is so amazing and fun to watch, gives information about the country, and you always stay updated. Watch his channel.
It's trying hard to find the answer when no one knows how it feels between disasters. It comes and goes. The life of dreams is moving faster, and no one knows the constant fear of what comes after. We'll never know.
Let's go.
Hey, what, gentlemen? Right now, you're watching DC Born Rob on YouTube.
Okay, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever it is you're located. Thanks for watching. My name is Rob Christian, also known as DC Born Rob, DC Rob. Rob, I answer to them all. Thank you guys for joining me. It is Saturday morning or afternoon for those on the East Coast. So thank you for everybody who has decided to join myself and my special guest, who you know who it is, Razor Raze. We will bring him on in a couple of minutes. Just a couple of housekeeping things right here, just as we wait for more people to join us. Let me see who's here already, though. I think we had a couple people here earlier. Whoa, comments. Okay. David, welcome. Says this collaboration that has been a long time coming. So much appreciated. Extreme Traveler. Oh, yeah, let's go. We're on. We're waiting for a few other people to come on too. Professor Agayu, welcome. Says he wiped his feet before he came in the building, but he's here. And Razor Raze just checking in. He will be on in a second. I wanted to do this live this morning, and I wanted to bring Razor on just to give a general update on what's going on in Colombia with the entrance, meaning international travelers entering Colombia, and the test requirements and the safety also. Well, I wanted to put, Razor handles all of Colombia now. He used to focus solely on Cartagena. Now he's taking care of all of it, especially all the news is coming out of Medellin. So he's kind of got to jump on that one as well. So he's a like-minded YouTuber as myself. He doesn't get up here and cursing. It's not all about the girls all the time. He's about the girls. We all are. Check out the girls, but I'm saying he doesn't just go overboard and it's all about this and that and that. So I think we're kin folks in that way. But let me see what else homework I want to get out of the way. Housekeeping I want to get out of the way. Another reason I wanted to come on live this morning is to promote next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central. I'm attempting to do a live with a few other YouTubers. So if you are a YouTuber, if you are small, a medium, a teeny tiny, just starting, and you want to get your name out there, I welcome you to come on board. The whole reason for this video or this live will be to promote the awareness of the brothers in Ecuador. And that means Ronell and Roger Stevenson that have been held for 5 years, I say, against all legal realms. In other words, they're innocent. They should not be in prison. So, but read up on the story. Don't just take my word for it. There is information that'll tell you there is no evidence for it and they should not be there. So between us, the Global Liberty Alliance, their family, who helps me, who's the researcher that's helped me with the Reed family, and also with this one, with the brothers as well. So I see Razor's in the house right now, but we need his intro music though. So let me bring on Razor Raze. Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Damn it. Woo! How you doing, DC Born Rob?
And I knew you was gonna have one.
Whoa! We gonna get lit this afternoon. Yes.
So I said this morning, I don't drink during the day regularly, but I'm gonna have a drink with Razor Raze. So if you got a beer and you at home, or whatever. I ain't gonna drink this whole thing. This is like a massive one. But I wanted to have a beer with Razor Raze. Salute, my friend.
Man, this is
Thanks
great,
for coming on, man.
Thanks for inviting me.
Especially
You said Razor Raze. I command you, come to DC Born Rob show Saturday noon. I said, I just got summoned to DC Born Rob show. I must be there.
I don't think it was a summons, but hey, I appreciate you jumping on short notice, man. Like I said, Razor has a great channel. If you want to know about Colombia, I have a few sources now. I have quite a few sources and a lot of different vloggers that I watch. Out of all the vloggers that I watch, or should I say even more so listen to, I would say I listen to you more than anybody else. And what I do is when I go out walking, and I've been walking recently, I take my headset. Right. Because your lives, man, are so long. I can't sit there and watch it live. Like nobody's gonna sit here and watch this live after the fact. Okay. No. So we'll keep it like an hour and a half, something like that, 2 hours. But I put my headphones in, and so I can listen to you while I'm walking around. Right. So I would encourage other people, if you kind of leery about lives because they get on a bunch of different topics and it may not be a topic that you're interested in, put your headphones in, go for a walk and see what the conversation is about. And this is where I get helps me get ideas too, to get creative. For instance, I was walking last week and I heard you talking, one of your guests and yourself were talking about somebody that wrote an article and was going over this guy. Does this guy even live here? And somebody said, oh, no, he doesn't even live here. I said, wait. And I think you said, why don't we just somebody need to give him a call and reach out to him. So I reached out to him and that was Cav. He came on last week. That is another resource for you guys too. He has a website devoted to Medellin. He's been there going for what, 6-7 years, a couple of years prior to when I first went. And it's called Method Medellin, www.methodmedellin.com. That's another resource for you guys to go in. What'd you think of that interview if you listened to it?
Yeah, that was an excellent interview. The guy came on, Kev. He knows about the YouTubers. You know, he knows about the Medellin stuff. And you asked him straight out, because I did a video called about live, blame the suspects for the robberies. And that was basically from his article. And yeah, he explained himself. I understand where he's coming from, you know, because when you write it in print, right? Yeah. You can't really get the writer's feelings. You got to really talk to him on camera, which you did. So I kind of understood where he was coming from on video. Now in print, it's different. When you're reading something in print, it's left to interpretation. You don't know where the writer was really coming from as far as his feelings at the moment as he is writing. But when you talk to him, you got him to explain, you know, verbally, which I understood.
Exactly.
Yeah, excellent job.
Exactly. You never know what somebody is talking about until you ask them directly if you're reading what they're saying. So we have 37 people in the building. If you will, do me a favor, go down and hit the like button. Subscribe if you will. Here's how this YouTube thing works. And the reason I get people, I read a couple of comments this morning, man, you should have more subscribers than this, especially after going on 3 years. But YouTube kind of frowns on some of the terminology. And you're going to run into this also, Razor. When you use certain words like COVID, like vaccine, like robbery, you know, assault, scammer, even God has probably been added to the list right now. So when you use these terms, YouTube does not spread you to the masses until you prove yourself some other way. So I'm kind of working out of my trunk right now. I demonetized, so I'm not making any money. So thank you to everybody who has donated to my channel. And that's what I did. I don't have to worry about now when I'm walking around. Oh, shoot, somebody's playing James Brown in the background. I know I'm going to get a copyright. I don't have to worry about it. And once I get a little bit more, I'm going to monetize again. But all these videos, you should not see commercials in any of these. But I want to stop and take a second and say thanks to Merced. I won't say full names. Kololo for your regular donations. And Reginald S. too. Thank you, brothers, so much for assisting me in what I do. Because, again, I don't make money doing this. I put way more into it than I actually make. Let me see what comments we have in here, though. Let's see who's joining us. Let's say, okay, Passport Man Goes. Let's go.
Passport Man Goes.
We're going to find that a lot of viewers that watch your channel watches my channel also.
Yeah, we're going to see how much. I'm going to tally it up at the end.
Okay. Hey, Robin Chat, DJ Bean Loco, OJ Bobby G. Welcome, OJ Bobby Johnson. Yeah.
That's what, OG. What up, OG? Yep.
Appreciate you for joining us, man, especially on a Saturday morning or early afternoon. David says, my guy Razor Raze, Cartagena for the win.
There you go. Okay. Another one. David. What up,
there David? You go. Strill Life. What's up, Strill?
Strill Life.
Let's go. Strill is here in Houston with me. That's my man. Check out Strill Life's channel too if you have not already. Strill, I meant to catch up with you the other day. That bike ride was last week, man, and I missed it. I came home I came home early last night so I could get up early so I could go pick up a bike because I went running out. I mean, I ran 8 miles the other day and now my feet are killing me. So I want my bike.
Wow. That's why you look so young. That's why you look so young, man. Man.
Well, in the past 3 months, I lost 15 pounds.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay healthy, man. But then I went all the way up there this morning, all that, and the bike wasn't even there. He's like, yo, man, my bad. Oh, man. What you going to do, man? I just smile, go home. Passport man goes for 5 years. Okay, 760 Finest 82 said, this is dope. Appreciate you guys for joining. Greg S., what's up, fellas? What's up with you, man? Appreciate you guys joining. John says, DC Born Racing Borders. Hey, Rob, what's good? It's all good, man. All good on this Saturday morning. Terrence, my man Terrence, what's up? He says, I just want to jump on and support. Can't stay, but always thanks for putting out good infos. Hey, much appreciation, Terrence, for joining us. So again, one of the reasons, and I've already asked you about this, Razor, if you join me next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern to do a live to bring on other YouTubers. So if you are a YouTuber, big, small, medium size, whatever, if you are a YouTuber, join me and Razor and whoever else is going to join us. I think Carlton said one of those days he could. So I've invited a few other people.
All right.
And I will. So I need you guys to come on and assist me and as many people as we can get to discuss the Stevenson brothers in Ecuador. Hopefully you saw my video a couple of days ago. Sometimes you got to reach out to other people to try to press the story, especially if it's a larger channel. Like for the Reeds, I reached out to Check and Effect and said, hey, man, can you take this story? And then hooked him up. For the brothers, I reached out to ASD Docs. And I want to say props to ASD Docs. If anyone is not familiar with ASD Docs, I love the way he does things. He is an investigative reporter. I like to be, and I consider myself an investigative YouTuber. I like to, put the story out there, but with a little more details and follow up after the fact. And this is what he does. He follows cases, police cases. If you got wrongfully arrested, he does this stuff and follows up. He's just like me in that right is right, do the right thing. And he's got some phenomenal videos. Well, I go to look at his videos the other day and it said he was demonetized.
Wow. Yeah.
You know how many subscribers he had?
No, I don't.
111,000.
Wow. So he was demonetized the whole channel?
So he was making money and they took him off.
Holy moly.
With no reason.
Oh, we got to find out why. We got to find out why he got demonetized so we know to avoid exactly what he did to get demonetized. Wow.
I was getting ready to say the same thing. So we don't know as YouTubers when they're going to pull us down. And the thing is, with 111,000 subscribers, that's your business. You're making money on that,
Ooh, man.
You're putting in the time. At that point, it's your small business. And he has a GoFundMe on his page too, if you want to help him. But check his videos out first. Yeah. His name ASD stands for Andre Shouldn't Drink. I don't know how he came up with that. I forgot how he told me, but ASD Docs. ASD Docs. Go check that out. ASD Docs. Go check out his videos. You like it, go ahead and subscribe. And if you subscribe, just go ahead and donate and help while you're doing that too. Man. But let's see. If anyone wanted to bring up any topic at all, you're more than welcome. Razor, you are as well. But I know, let me see. I don't know if you can see the comments as well either. But
yeah, I can see some comments. Let me put my my trusty glasses on right quick. I don't really like to wear these glasses too much, but in order to read the comments,
I couldn't without my glasses. Yeah, I can't read it.
You know.
Charlie Brown says, what's up, brothers? On a flight to the Bahamas, so my Wi-Fi is cut out, but loving the content as always. Appreciate it. Charlie Brown, thanks for, were you going to the Bahamas? Bahamas, man. Yeah, I was there a couple of years ago.
That's so Bahamas.
Learn to Travel says, watching from Houston for Mother's Day. Learn to Travel, you here. I'm in Houston. I'll be going down. I'll be in my car in a couple of hours. Let's see. Now, some of the names you guys got to get. We can't pronounce it that easy, okay? But you got to try to figure out what it is. Okay, NY. So New York, Unix Guru, Unix Guru. Yeah, see, with the glasses too. Says, anyone got Rob? Ain't nobody got me yet. Well, let me tell you something.
Wait a minute. Oh, hey.
Everybody's been got. Okay.
I got one, but go ahead.
Oh, I've been got. Oh, definitely. That's why I tell people anybody can get got. On my last couple of videos ago when Manfred came on and explained what happened to him, man, he got more grief. People were interested in the story, but he got more grief for telling it. Mm-hmm. And my whole thing is the reason I asked him to tell it is to help some of you guys, to let you know that anybody can get got. I'm an experienced traveler. I consider myself an experienced traveler. Okay? Right. I started scrolling through my Airbnbs, and when I got probably over 100, I realized, yeah, I'm a traveler. I used to save keys from my hotels. I had a box, man, like a couple thousand of keys. I'm a traveler. So if I can get got, you can get got. We can all get got.
Yes. Hey, and another thing, go for that. That what you just said. A guy hit me up late last night, DC Boy Rob, and Medellin. You know, and people get mad at us for talking about the stories, right? But this guy was telling me that his friend, and he knows you. The guy knows you. He knows your channel. His friend is scared he is scared to go back to Medellin. This guy, he was drugged. This happened 1 month ago. Drugged in Medellin, right? He spent the whole month in the hospital. He could barely walk. A chica drugged him. He could barely walk. She tried to get everything, but she didn't know that he put his stuff inside the front desk. In the front desk, right? Mm-hmm. Now, she tried everything. She tried to get into his safe and everything. She couldn't get in. She laid that guy out. That guy was in the hospital for a whole month. His mother had to fly out to Colombia to get him because they wouldn't let him out the hospital. He couldn't walk. The guy was telling me that the guy kind of died twice. I don't know how. On a table, died twice. Right now, I'm gonna try to get him on. I'm gonna try to get him on the show to tell the story himself. But man, he do not want to go back to Medellin. And this happened about a month ago. An American guy was drugged by a female out there, and it's crazy. It's crazy. So hopefully I can get him on. Hopefully I'm gonna get him on over the next few days.
Well, the thing is, it's not just one guy. I'm going to guess because I have a lot of people that reach out to me. I don't know if his name is Michael or somebody else. A couple of people reached out to me early, said they had a story. Did I not want the story or something like that? But remember, if you're going to email me at dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, not dcbornrob. I have 6, 7 emails, and the one that I focus on for this channel is dcbornrobgroup. So if you send it somewhere else, don't assume I get it. But if it is dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, I'll get it. But because of all the numbers of stories that I get and that you get, I'm sure, exponentially, I'm guessing it's dozens of guys getting got every night. Mm-hmm. And on the weekends, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and probably even Sunday, I would say hundreds. And now with the border reopening and all the people, all the anti-vaxxers that are running down right now,
right?
Fish in a barrel.
Yes.
Fish in a barrel.
They licking their chops, DC Boy Rob. They are licking their chops, you know. And I'm talking about the snow bunnies, the beauties, the criminals that team up with the snow bunnies, which are they are beauties, the women that do that type of stuff. Of course, not everyone does that type of stuff. DC Boy Rob, not everybody robs, but there's enough of a percentage of people that rob people out there, right? It's very, very worrisome for me personally. You know, I was going to stay at a hotel, I think Hotel Dix. I was going to stay out there in Medellin for a couple of nights before I made my trip to Cartagena. I was going to stay there for for the weekend. I said I'm not going to stay too long, stay for the weekend, the El Poblado section, Hotel Dix. I would, the night before I said, you know what? I can't do it. I can't do it. It was just in my head. First of all, I'm thinking about the motos, the moto concho guys. You know, I don't trust them at all. I don't trust any moto coming up on me and riding past me. It makes me too paranoid. I think they're gonna hop off and try to stick me up. So I canceled it. Mentally, my mind wasn't there. You know, I need to be comfortable when I'm out on vacation. You know.
Exactly. So this is one thing I wanted to discuss with you while others are listening in. Just to get your perspective, I find that I'm running a thin line between showing too many stories. Somebody commented yesterday, what the hell did he say? I don't know, kind of pissed me off. And sometimes I should think before I comment, reply. So if you're watching, I apologize. But I hate to be accused of something that's just silly, and it was stupid. So I said, that's a stupid comment, because he said, and you guys know, anybody knows when I reply, I don't reply like that. But it was something to the effect that I'm making up these stories to make it seem like it's worth. And so I go out of my way to not put negative. And you tell me, do you agree? If we put out all the stories that we read every day, nobody would go to Colombia.
Wow.
I mean, what do you think? Do you see these? You see these stories? Do you think if you put out more of those stories, and it's a lot, it's some crazy stuff too.
Madness. Y'all would drop to your. It's like let's just say, we're kind of protecting you. To be honest with you, we're protecting you, but just giving you the robbery stuff and the drugging stuff. So catch a hint that we just talked about that. We can talk about the more craziness that we don't really get into because of the whole. There's certain gangs out there, and even bigger than gangs, but we don't really get into that on the channel because that's something extra, that's something different. We don't really even want to touch that. We can talk about accidents. Plenty of accidents out there. A lot of people been getting into crazy accidents on the road. But as for deaths that don't involve druggings, there are plenty. But we don't touch on that. The robberies and the druggings alone should be enough to, kind of temper your enthusiasm a little about flying out there. But if you do go, take the safety precautions. Yeah, you're right though, dcbornrob. If people get on you about what you be saying, you just talk about robberies and stuff and getting got. But they get on you. Imagine if you did report on all of the other violence out there in Colombia as a whole. Imagine, not just Medellin. That's about in Colombia. Imagine if you reported on that stuff. Yeah, they wouldn't go. They wouldn't go at all.
Exactly. So they were implying that I make the news seem bad to make Colombia seem worse. Or and I had to comment that's stupid. That's just as stupid as I do this for the money. It's silly, and it's the amount of hours that I put into this. It's kind of a slap in the face, but. Anyway, people say what they're going to say. You have a lot of trollers.
Of course. Trolls are the story of my life. I even get people sending me private messages too, just like you, but especially in the comment section. He's talking about, New York City is awful. New York City this, New York City that. And I just tell them, all right, are you trying to vacation in New York City? You know the dangers of New York City. See, by you telling me you know that. And most of the people coming out of USA, they know that. They know that New York City bad. They always mention Chicago bad. Are you going to Chicago? I just come out. Are you going to Chicago? Are you going to St. Louis? Are you going to them type of places for vacation? No. You want to go to where? Medellin, Cartagena. You want to go to these places, right? We are a travel channel. We give travel information. So why would we be talking about New York City? We know you're not traveling New York City. We talking to travelers that like to fly abroad and look for places for happiness and peace and tranquility and the beauties, of course. But some of these beauties out there, dcbornrob, are very, very devious. Like I said, say they put that love potion, that scopolamine in your drinks. That's what we are warning people about, right? Because we know that the people that watch our shows, they like to travel to these places. So the trolls, that's how we give it back to them. I'm like, hey, you already know. You told me about New York City. I already know about New York City. I say I'm ducking bullets every day in New York City. Not me literally, dcbornrob, but you get the point. It's dangerous in New York City. But just because it's dangerous in these USA cities, that don't mean it can't be dangerous abroad. Even if those cities are not as dangerous, right? But you're still on vacation. You're spending your hard-earned money on a flight out there. You want to sit back, sip on some Aguilar's, right, and relax without a guy in a moto hopping off his bike and walking up to your table while you're sitting outside with maybe your daughter, your son, your husband, you know.
Odds are it's just not. I would say it's not the place to go if this is your first international flight. I get you've been watching all the videos, and this will go back to, let me spin this around to what Cav said in the video, the Method Medellin, the website, the one that guy that wrote the article. Excuse me. Because of all the videos that are coming out now, because 3 years ago, or let's say 3.5 to 4 years ago, when I first started watching, I mean, I'd already been to Medellin 2 years prior, and I started watching videos, and I was thinking, man, I should move. Shoot, you know what? If I have a breakup, I'm moving.
Yeah, you're moving to Medellin, yeah.
And I end up going. But before I went, I researched and I watched Carlton. I watched Ace. I watched Ace from the beginning. Cortez Ross. I watched Marshall Powell. I watched these guys. None of them had anything to do with walking around showing prostitutes. There were no videos, at least for me. You know, when I go search Medellin, for me,
right.
Didn't see that. So when I went there, and even after living there for a couple of months, I'm sitting at Yaris, you know, right on that main corner, across from the Delisco's place, used to be called something else, sitting there after my dance class. I used to walk over, it's just 2 blocks, and sit there and have my drink. And I used to just think, because when I first went, those were all just like, it was, I would say 80%, out of 100% women, 80% of them were not prostitutes. Now, I think it's the
wow.
I think at least 80% of them are prostitutes.
Now, hey, now that you made that comment, now you're about to have another influx of guys booked right now after the show. Because since you just said that, now you just about to you saying that, you're about to get another 80% of the guys watching right now to book their flight to go out there. They don't care about the robberies. They don't care about the druggings. You making that comment? Oh, you're gonna have them guys just boy, you just made the airlines a lot of money with that comment just now.
Hey, I don't say not go. I just say be aware. If you're gonna go now, I don't recommend going if it's your first time traveling internationally, period.
Yeah.
Now, you do due diligence, which there's a lot of people that watch your videos, that watch my videos, that are prepared. You know, they're not gonna have jewelry on when they show up at the airport.
Oh, these guys. Yeah.
And on that notice, no matter how many times I go at the airport, I see you at the airport. I see you with the jewelry, big face rollies. I see you. So I know people are still going down. And I say brothers. I use the term brothers, but I mean black, white, Canadian, Israeli, Indian, Australian. We got all kind of people watch our videos that go down there. But most of those who watch our videos are more prepared to make it there, enjoy themselves, and come back safely.
There you go, man. That's the purpose. That's the purpose of your channel, purpose of my channel. You know, that's what we're doing. And people take it the wrong way. Like, we don't want, them to go, or we trying to put a bad light on Colombia itself. But hey, you're not making up the news. I gotta tell you, you're not making up the news. You are just reporting what is already reported out of Colombia. So if you making Colombia look bad, that means their own news networks are making Colombia look bad, because they're the ones reporting it on their news sites. We get like 10 to 15 Colombian news sites. Now, they don't report every single thing, but but they report enough for people to know. So just because, guys, travelers, just because when you book that ticket, you fly out there and you don't watch any news, that don't mean violence is not happening. It's just because you don't watch it, you don't watch the reports of the violence happening. It's happening, but you're closing yourself off from it. You know what I mean? And for that couple of days you there, you have a great time, which is great, and nothing happens back to you. But that don't mean it's all safe and tranquility, because people are getting got out there, like dcbornrob always says.
Exactly. If you just because you don't know about it, don't mean it's not happening.
Right.
And people will tell you, and I'm sure you've heard this too, that's fake news, or you making that story up. Dude, I'm reading their news. I'm reading their stories. And it's mostly news papers, what happened was newspapers went online. So we have access to their newspapers in an online format.
Right.
But it's their news. So when we read their news, just like if you watch CNN and MSNBC, you know where they get their breaking stories from? Newspapers. This came from we're breaking this story from the New York Times. I'm like, I heard Rachel Maddow say that. How are you breaking news from the New York Times?
The New York Times
broke the news. But because they're a higher level or have a larger footprint, larger audience, I guess they consider they're breaking the news. So all we're doing is passing on the stories that we're reading from there and picking and choosing. And I'm picking and choosing what I think is beneficial to put out there. Of course, well, I do. I can't speak for you.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, trolls, if you have a problem with me giving the bad news on Colombia, how about you send an email to El Tempo or elcolombiano.com and tell them that. Don't tell me. That's where I'm getting my news from. I'm getting it from them.
Yep.
Those, send them a well-written letter, nice and long with your complaint because they're making Colombia look bad. Not me.
Yep. Or send it to the government when you complain about prostitution or whatever. You guys coming out prostitution. Well, stop the prostitution, and you guys won't come. I'm just saying. But for everybody, it looks like there's 62 people in the room. If you do me a favor, go down and hit like. And for those who hit like,
this is for all the viewers that take the time to go down and hit like. So go hit like. Go hit like.
That's right. Thanks for everybody who hit like.
Holy cow! What was that? Hey, all complaints about that one?
You haven't seen him before?
Complaints? Hey, guys, type your complaints inside the message right now to DC Born Rob.
Yeah.
Remember, that's him, not me. I didn't put that there.
And remember, I need everybody. Remember, I'm jumping on social media now, so I need you guys to join me on social media too, okay? Join me on social media. I am DC Born Rob Official on Instagram. I am DC Born Rob Official 1 on TikTok. I am DC Born Rob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media. That was my troll, one of my trolls from the other night. I got him to come on and do a video for me.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
And Strill says, man, I was trying to report the front bike cable on my e-bike after work yesterday and dropped the plastic washer and lever and couldn't find it. That's my cardio. Yeah, I need to get my bike up and running. I can't running and walking, man. It's too hard on the knees, man. I got to get back out there. So Yo Trav says, thank you, brothers, for giving your time, trying to keep us safe with information. Shout out to everyone. Is that up there? Oh, it went away. Shout out to everyone here except Ken.
My boy. Ken.
I took that out. I showed that video and I showed it here on the live, but I just saw it here early before I went live and I took it out. And main reason my mom said she didn't like that video.
Yeah, your mom
really didn't like that. So it didn't register how it was going to play out. So I've since taken that out. He says repair the front brake cable. Okay. Victory says DC Born Rob, first time catching your live stream, much appreciated. I don't do that many. You're more liable to catch Razor than you are than me on a live. The live
you rarely do lives. I'm surprised. You rarely do lives. You got a great personality for the live streams,
It depends, man. You remind me. I think you remind me of one of my closest friends when I grew up. We started lifting. We were lifting when we were 14. I think that's when we first met. And he's still lifting. I slowed up, obviously. I moved around. I've done so many things, moved around, but I need to bring him on one time too. But he reminds me of you. And I get a little bit of my cool man from him too.
All right.
Big Mike International. What's up, Big Mike? Says, what's up, fellas?
Salute, Big Mike.
What you know? Street stories. Going to Bogota on Thursday. What do you think about Bogota, Razor?
Well, Bogota, I see so many stories out there too, Bogota. But I got a good friend, Los, the Crypto King. I don't know if you know who that is, but Lord Crypto TV. He has a channel. He lives out there. He's been living out there for like a year and a half. Doing this crypto. He lives out there. He always trying to tell people to go out there. A few YouTubers been out there and met him. It's a city. It looks like New York City, though. It seemed kind of like rough for me. The weather kind of chilly. Man, I see a lot of stuff out there. The druggings go down out there, right? Robberies go down out there, right? Now I don't, street stories going out there. I don't want to scare him, but street stories just be on your P's and Q's. Do not wear the jury, right? That's what I say. Don't wear the jury. Do not wear the jury for the love of Pete. And do not throw the money, of course, street stories. Do not throw the money. But people like Bogota, because overall, things are more cheaper as far as prices, food, entertainment, nightlife, dating, beauties, everything is cheaper over there. But so like I say, just because things are cheaper, that does not mean it's wise to go there and let your guard down. Me personally, dcbornrob, I'd rather pay a little more money if I got it and go to a place where I'm gonna have a little more level of safety. That's just me. But street stories, I hope you had a great time, and please report back to dcbornrob about Bogota. Maybe you give your review on Bogota on dcbornrob's channel one day. Street stories, so document it.
Yeah, let me know and stay safe above all. Victor,
they like Santa Fe. They like Santa Fe. dcbornrob, Santa Fe, Bogota. They love Santa Fe, Bogota.
Mm-hmm. Victor says, I just enjoy your content. Thanks much. Appreciate it. Much appreciation. Again, it's a lot of work to even get to you guys. Sometimes, it depends on where you are in the country. There's a lot of factors.
Right.
Wait a minute. I got it. 200 Mexican pesos from Ahmed Panju. Thank you.
Oh, Ahmed. Salute, Ahmed.
Where is he?
That's the other YouTuber guy. That's the guy that got robbed by the cab driver in Medellin. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He was on your show, and then I did a reaction video to his video.
Shoot. Okay. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm seeing so many names. Appreciate it, Ahmed. Thanks much for that one.
Yeah, he had issues in Medellin with the cab driver.
Yeah. Man, one thing I am is I'm bad with names. I meet people and forget their name right away. I don't know why it is, and I'm in sales. I have to tell myself, John. And unless it's something really good or something really bad, it's hard for me to remember.
I remember his name because I was botching his name when I was doing the reaction video. His name is Ahmed. I was calling him Ahmad. I was like, Ahmad had this problem with the cab driver. The cab driver told Ahmad to hand him over his phone. I was like, wait a minute, his name is Ahmed. Ah, man.
Yeah. And for those who didn't see that video, go back and check that out. He was robbed by his cab driver. He's driving around in Medellin, and the guy all of a sudden just says, well, first he starts talking about his cell phone. And that's a nice phone. What is that? Oh, it's 13 or 11, whatever it is. Oh, we need to make a stop. Too much traffic. Let me pull over here. And then he pulls out a knife. So the taxi drivers are robbing. I get a lot of negative heat from either, I don't know if they're taxi drivers or pro-taxi drivers. I don't know. But they'll comment, all taxi drivers ain't bad. I go, I didn't say they were all bad. I'm just telling you about 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 instances, because if it keeps happening and I keep reporting it, they don't mean it's not. I'm not making this up. Again, we're reading stories from their news. So get on Colombia about that.
Yeah.
Let's see. And I skipped ahead for that. Going to Bogota on Thursday. Love your content. Okay, Charlie Brown's in Houston. Yeah, man, we'll hook up one day. I am here. We'll catch drill one day and go grab some papas or something. Y'all can treat to some papas. If you don't know Papacitos, man, they're not just in Texas anymore. Papacitos, Papados, Papa Burgers.
They're not in New York though at all.
No, but they're in a couple of larger airports. I think they're in Atlanta right now or somewhere else. New England Patriots. Oh man, I got to try to figure this stuff out. It's like reading license tags. New England Patriots 77 says Razor how you drink beer so often and stay so fit?
Oh yeah, what's
Go
up?
ahead and say it.
What's up? Coors
It's a
Light.
light beer.
It's like the New England Patriots. Don't try this at home, guys. Do not try this at home. I am a genetic freak. That's how. So, but it's light beers, guys. It's light beers. Make sure you work out. You guys can't just be drinking and not working out. You gotta balance it off. You gotta work out. Do your cardio. Burn that fat. Because you want your heart to stay. Pumping, and that's how. I am a genetic freak. So, like I said, do not follow me and try this at home. But this is light beer. This is like drinking water, to be honest with you. Coors Light is very, very light. The people in the club, they be making fun of you. Why are you drinking that water, Razor? You might as well just get some. You just drink water. Drink some soda if you're gonna be drinking Coors Light. They don't respect Coors Light out here in New York in the clubs, man. They like, that's not real beer.
Mm-hmm. But then they're not fit either.
No, they're not fit.
I hate people telling you that. I know that's right. Let's see. Moochie T says, "What's up, Moochie T?" He says, "Hey, brothers, it was not grief for telling the story, but rather for being rather careless. This situation and being robbed inside a restaurant or guys on a motorbike is different." Mm-hmm. Which Moochie T? Which story are you talking about? Okay. Red Smith says, "I always get a room with a safe. I bring my own Wise camera. I leave my beers or water with my guests, and after pump and dump, walk them to the lobby and off the property." One thing about, and I heard you bring this up the other day too, and I have a couple times before, this is a truth serum drug. So you may be passed out, but you don't, let's say you're passed out for 12 hours. Mm-hmm. How much of that time were you actually, well, let's say you're unconscious for 12 hours. How much of that time were you actually knocked out sleep? And how much of that time were you actually functional while they're asking you questions? Hey, what, you bring any money with you? Yes, I brought money with me. Hey, what's your combination? Oh, 13, 12, 42. You just start telling them people. They ask you the questions and you start telling them. It's like a truth serum.
Yes.
So you can put your money in the safe, but if you're going to tell them what the combination is, you defeating the purpose.
Right. Exactly. You're right. It's a truth serum. And like you said, you don't know if you were conscious, giving them all your information, passwords and stuff. I did a video on the guy that got drugged in Bogota, actually. And the guy asked about Bogota. Well, you asked me about Bogota. Yeah, a guy got drugged in Bogota, got robbed, and they were trying to get him to give him his passwords to his credit cards, and they trying to, and he wouldn't do it, and they beat him up. He was on the surveillance camera, him getting beat up by the criminals out there in Bogota because they drugged him. The girls drugged him from Tinder date, set him up, and the guys cornered them and tried to get him to give him. Then they started sending his friends and family text messages asking them to borrow money from them. You know what I mean? Pretending to be the victim, right? And asking to borrow money, and the family called on and said, "Wait a minute, this is not him. This is not the guy. He doesn't talk like this." So they didn't send no money. But yeah, they took from that guy the equivalent of 5,000 US American dollars out of his account. After he was drugged, he was in the hospital. This article was on alertpesa.com. Yeah, that article. That was out of Bogota. Yeah, so they were trying, but that drug wasn't scopolamine and it wasn't ketamine. It was another name for it, benzidamine or something like that. Oh. So it wasn't the true serum one. They put the wrong drug in it. That drug I found out was a drug that is kind of like Xanax, but it makes you drowsy. It doesn't make you guys, but it's not the true serum chemical light in that says scopolamine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they put the wrong one. They were trying to get him to give up his password. But they used the wrong love potion. They needed the scopolamine. They used the other one.
Yeah, and keep in mind, they're not doctors. The people that are giving you this stuff, they're not doctors or nurses, and they don't know how much to give you. Then maybe some of these girls are so professional at this point. They may even measure them out in portions. Or get small guy, big guy, medium-sized guy. Oh, man. It's a professional business. These are gangs, or like Manfred said, it's the mob. And now there's stories about the mob that I'm aware of, and stories. There's a couple of stories that too hot to touch. I
Too hot
mean,
to touch.
literally,
You don't want to touch.
I know they can shut my life down. So
Yeah.
I like my life and not being shut down. So I ain't trying to go there. But one of which, and if you read all the stories, you're familiar with it. And I don't think either one of us have touched on it much. But that's this big kingpin,
Antonio.
Otoniolo. Some have an N at the end, some just an O at the end. This guy was, I don't know any details except, and I don't read the stories in depth, but he was arrested. The U.S. had been after him for a while. The Colombians have been after him for a while, but he finally got extradited.
Yes.
Which none of them one happens. He finally got extradited to the U.S. And did you see the caravan to get him to the airport?
Yes.
Man, he like Pablo Escobar type deal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's shackles and chains and like a 15-car convoy with, I mean, it's incredible. So he's back in the U.S. Now, there was an alert, and I didn't do a video just on it. Remember, I don't put all the news out here, but on YouTube, but what I do is I'll put it in the group. And I also help in the group with Luis, who's our group moderator, who puts out a lot of good content, a lot of good information for you. So if you're in the group, then you'll get that information right up front. So by all means, join our group too. Let me find that banner, join our group. But that information, we put out way more information there than we do anywhere else. But there is, let's see, there you go. If you want to join the group, I'll scroll that at the bottom. But there was a letter that came across. Here it is. It's from the U.S. Embassy in Bogota. It says since that happened, he was extradited on Hotel in Leon on May 4th, but he was the head of the Clan de Golfo. Again, I don't touch much on, I don't fool with this stuff, but he's multinational drug cartel based in Colombia is what they say. But they have sent him back. So they're saying that the organization that he was running has put out some type of alert to go after the government. And the alert is from May 5th through May 10th. So Americans need to know. Again, whereas I may not put it out on YouTube, it is in our group. So we put out a lot more information there too. So be aware that the country is on high alert in certain areas because this cat was taken out of the country. His group, whatever you want to call them,
right,
supposedly put out notices that there's going to be bombings and other stuff going on. So,
well, yeah, you don't have to go deep into detail. You put it out there just now. So, hey, guys, you guys are all adults watching the show. It may have a couple, that's all we really need to say about on that topic. Yep. You know what I mean? You put it out there, and an alert has been out. So if you go out there, just be on alert. That's all. Be alert that stuff may go down. You know what I mean? Yep. That stuff may go down. No guarantee it will. There's no guarantee that it won't. But that alert is out there. So
exactly. Now you know. Yes. The information is here. We're putting out the information between Razor and I's channel. The information is there. If you are a viewer of mine and if you are a sub of mine, get over and check Razor Raze out. If you haven't already, most of you guys have already. But those who haven't, go over and check his channel out, man. Bring his numbers up a little bit. Give him some thumbs up, number one. Sit there, like I said, put the headphones in, whether it's the earbuds or whatever. I like wired, man, because I don't know what frequency is in them wireless things going through my head. We're going to find that out 10 years from now. We're growing another leg. All these frequencies. Get you some headphones and listen to it, like this one right now. Go out, put your headphones in, listen to this live, and you can walk and say, okay, you did your hour and a half, your 2 hours, and you have a little bit of more knowledge about where you're going to go if you're going to Colombia, because now we are that resource, whereas before we started going, we watched others before us. Let's see. Sean says, man, this scope. He says, I can't believe bringing a stranger to your place. If you can't abstain from drinking, then watch your drinking. And for God's sake, don't get drunk. No consigues bien borracho. He's right. And borracho is drunk, of course. Don't get, and guys do it. Now, I'll ask you. I have lists, and I have people who comment every day. Some are new, most are repetitive. Things to do and what not to do when you go to Colombia. What do you think, Razor?
Well, things to do and what not to do when you go to Colombia?
Safety-wise.
Yeah, well, of course. Well, well, since this time is up here with the drink. The drink, hey guys, the scopolamina, the love potion inside your drink is very, very popular out there. The beauties out there, they will get you. They will put, I'm gonna tell you, they will put that drug inside your drink if they get the chance. No matter how long you knew them, no matter if you've been sending them money, it doesn't matter. They will take that advantage. So you gotta, if you're with a girl at the bar, because let's be honest, a lot of guys go there and want to date the girl. You in the bar with the girl, and you have your drink, her drink, and you got to go to the bathroom, which you most likely would have to. Do not feel no way. You're gonna make the girl feel a way, yes. So what? You're gonna take your drink and walk to the bathroom with your drink. Don't worry about her feelings. Oh, this guy don't trust me. Why he taking his drink? You don't. Oh wow, that's disrespectful. You think I'm gonna drug you? Yeah, it's a 50-50 proposition, baby. So I must take your drink, right? I mean, this is gonna be, might save your life. Take your drink with you, even if you have two drinks. Take both drinks. You got two hands, and walk with both of them. That's really gonna piss her off. But hey, it is what it is. You take both drinks to the bathroom with you. It is so. It's better for you to be safe and really offend her than for her to put that thing inside your drink. You know what I'm saying? So,
and it can be given to you other ways too.
Are going out there for the beauties, DC Boy Rob. A lot of guys are going out there for the beauties, and the beauties know that, and the beauties take advantage of men's feelings for them.
Exactly. And there's other ways to get that drug in your system too. They'll wipe it on your face. They'll touch you. It's
oh man,
dermal. It can go in your teeth.
Yes.
How to get it on you without getting it on themselves? I haven't heard a direct answer yet. I've heard Vaseline in the palm, so it doesn't go and it doesn't get absorbed in the hand that quick, and then they'll put it on you. But just know.
Let me tell the story right quick.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that came on my channel, In the Streets with Creeps, that's another YouTuber guy. He was in Medellin, right? And he was in a Loreles. Everybody loved them some Loreles, the Snow Bunny beauties. He was in a club out there, and he said this chick, she tried to rub it on his nose. He he was like pushing away, like, what you doing? Like, why are you touching my lip? Like, he said he felt a little like headache, and he told his friend, yo, walk me outside, but just in case something happens to me. He washed it off. He said that there were some guys that were watching him closely and kind of like surrounded him to see his movement, like see if he started like to fade away. They were trying to set him up. He said the girl tried to rub whatever she had on him, on his nose, inside, and this was inside a club in Loretta's, and he said he was like surrounded by some guys trying to see was he like fading or not. So he told his friend, hey, come outside with me and make sure, you know what I'm talking about, right? But he wiped it off. He told that story the other day on my channel. It's real out there, guys. It's real. Oh, go ahead, DC Boy.
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. Let me tell you a quick story. When I was 18 years old, I've been wanting to travel my whole life, but when I was 18 years old, just out of high school or in high school, weekends I would travel. I'd come up to New York. I'd stay in the Tribeca. I'd stay on Lafayette. I'd stay on the Holiday Inn on Lafayette, right off of Canal Street.
Yes,
and I remember leaving my room one night with $40, which again, $40 back then is probably like 80 now. But I knew that's all I'm going to spend. I go up Times Square, and they had, it wasn't not the ball in the cup, but it was the 3-card Monte, the cards.
Yeah,
a whole group standing around. Yeah. This is why I showed the video a little while ago from Paris when I watched them do that cup and the ball, and they got me for $40. I was like, oh, that's right there. And as soon as I gave them my $40, I knew they were all together. It was like $15. I was the mark.
Yes.
So when you just told that story, it made me remember that, because you may think it's just a girl, but they work in a group. It's a gang. It is the mafia. It is. I mean, they work in groups. How they work? Are they 5s or a group of 10? But never let a big rule. Never bring the second girl over. As soon as they say, "Can my friend come over?" Run. That came from Rob from Sweet Georgia Cafe. As soon as you pick the wrong girl, it's over. It's done. She's gonna get you. I don't care how smart you think you are, how cool, how many precautions you think you took, but because you chose that girl, foregone conclusion.
Yes.
So it's just not. It's like Razor said. The guy They had a bunch of guys surround him. That was with that girl though.
Yes.
So you got to be careful, man.
And not just that girl, they probably with a few other girls that was in that club. Whichever girl was able to, get that stuff on you, it's not just one girl. It's a bunch of them. You don't know. Now we're not saying all girls, guys. We're not saying all girls. We want you to send us emails. DC Boy Rob. That DC Boy Rob is, saying all the chicas out there in Medellin or criminals and they trying to drug. No, we're not saying all, but a percentage of them all. So watch out. It's a wild, wild west out there.
Yep. Nobody's saying all of anything. Just like, can you find a good girl on Tinder? I doubt it, but could you? Probably, yeah. I can never say you cannot. Or on what was the other one? Cupid, Colombia Cupid. That Manfred met the other girl. You figure, oh, that's a regular dating site. You meet somebody there. No, they are adapting. Criminals adapt. I mean, it's like somebody in prison. They figure stuff out after a while. You got time on your hands. You figure this stuff out. Okay, Muchi T says, so safe to stay there in an industry and steroids to rob foreigners, especially guys out to get drugs and girls.
So safe to say is an issue. So safe to say there
safe to say that is in industry.
Rob foreigners, especially guys out to get drugs. Yeah. I mean, he's right about that. Muchi T, salute to you, Muchi T. You're right about that. There is an industry out there to rob foreigners. You guys are foreigners, and that you guys watching, but also local. They get locals every single day, every day, every few hours. They're getting locals out there.
Right now,
few hours they're getting. As we're speaking on this show, there's
somebody's getting got
going down that I'm gonna have to watch. I'm gonna have to see later on and see what I can find. You know what I mean? But somebody's getting got right now.
I'm looking over here. I'm looking at the news. I pulled it up a little while ago just to see what'll pop up. Okay, so here's a good one from Viva Hernando 1 says, if it's just about fun and sex tourism, why not just go to Vegas? This is just insanity. Hey. I'm sorry. I get his point. Now, I go to Vegas a lot because I do a lot of trade shows. One year I was there, a couple of years ago, I was there 4 times in 1 year. So I know Vegas. The girls in Colombia are better looking than Vegas. First of all, I'm just saying. But I get his point. I get his point, and cheaper. I would assume. But I would say, why will you can meet a good-looking girl here in the grocery store, or if that's what you want, go to Vegas.
Right.
Go to Tijuana. Tijuana a whole lot closer. I'm just saying, that's just me.
Yeah, you're right. And the thing about the Vegas, like you said, they look. The girls are overall better looking in Medellin, right? Overall, right? And you said cheaper, maybe, you know what I'm saying? We're not getting into the price and stuff, but they're more, but that's what catch-22, they put that scopolamine inside your drink and get you. And Vegas also, if I go to Vegas, I might not make it to the Bunny Ranch because I'm going to lose all my money most likely in the casino. So, I don't do Vegas because that's another type of criminality. They will get you out there in Vegas in those casinos, guys. So don't do Vegas. You might go bankrupt out there.
Exactly. Hey, I just got a super chat. Thanks so much, Lord Hybrid. Thanks for all you do to help us and keep us informed, Rob. It says I'm going to church and take my time to meet a good woman who I can marry. No more fun girls here for me. I get you.
Oh, you got to drink
man. Thank you so much. You know what?
$50 super chat.
For $50, yes. I appreciate that. Much. Thanks for that, man. There is a new feature on YouTube that just got turned on. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but it's called the thanks button.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it. And mine is on already.
Yeah, underneath the video. So if you want to donate to my channel and you don't want to use the donation button, which uses PayPal to take your money, you can use credit cards there, but it uses PayPal. You can also use Cash App. It's just $ dcbornrob. Mm-hmm. Or now you have this thanks button. I think it does it in like $2, $5, $10, something like that. So to get a 50, man, you just changed my day. Thank you so much for that, man. It's cool to be appreciated, man. I'm telling you.
So soon as I got the email, DC Boy Rob, I turned that thing on so fast. They say you got to activate it. I said, okay. I went so fast to my activation button, in the studio.youtube.com. I said, activate it.
Well, first of all, I don't trust any email I get first. So I went and looked it up first to make sure this was legit and found out how to do it. Then I went to the back end in the studio and did all this. Dennis, thank you so much, man. $20 super chat. Thank you so much for the information, man. You guys are awesome. Man.
That's Canadian dollar right there. Canadian money.
Thank you guys so much. Yeah, Canadian money. Yeah, that is like the euro, right? It's worth more than $1.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it? I think Canadian money
is Canadian. Maybe the way things go on these days.
Either way, thank you so much, man, for everybody who takes a second and go down. We got a bunch more in here right now. Let me see. Let me see what else I had on my list.
No matter if it's $1, $2, $20, $50, $100, $1,000. Any donation is welcome. Any donation is welcome.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No matter how big and no matter how small.
It is all appreciated. Let me ask you this before I get in. Let me, oh shoot, how far back? Let me get through some of these, Razor. Help me read these, man. If you got your glasses on, you better.
Oh yeah, let me put the glasses on so I can help you.
Let me see. Okay, where was I? They need to figure out a way to mark where you were or leave a dot next to where you were.
Yeah, that's a problem. Yeah, you go after the super chats and you lose your place. And people start getting offended that you skipping over their comments, you know? Yoga. What up, Yoga? How you doing? Yoga. Salute to you, Yoga. Razor is the over $100 spent on Latin Mango. You see, Yoga. Yoga is cool. He likes to play with me like that. But Yoga, I'm gonna get you. Salute to you though, Yoga out of Sosua. Yoga is out there in Sosua. And I know I haven't spent that much money, Yoga. I don't got that much money. Who else?
Yeah. We got another super chat here. J Love. Everybody knows J Love. He's been watching us for some time. Let me go down to J Love. It was a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much. He says tourists need to stop spreading propaganda that certain cities, certain cities in the States are worse than Colombia. Yes. You don't have FARC and the EIA snatching up American children.
Well, J Love, we wasn't trying to say those names, but yeah, that's what we were trying to avoid, saying the names on these lives, J Love. But yeah, he right. He right about that one. It's
J Love is for those if you don't know him or haven't read his comments already. He's from Colombia, so he's Afro-Colombian, and so he's lived there and in the U.S. So he's got both views.
Yes.
I lived there short term, 3-4 months, but let's see. Okay, explain. Okay, where is it? I meant Reg Smith says I meant I don't leave my beers and water. I got you. OG Bobby Johnson says, hey Rob, I explained earlier in your channel, messing with the young girls will get you drugged. Messing with older women, more mature, is not going to do that. There you go. Get you some older ones, he's saying.
Older, mature ones. You guys, you know why some guys don't want to do that, dcbornrob. For multiple reasons. Sometimes they don't want to get the older ones because they want the younger ones because they think the younger ones look good and pretty. Or sometimes the older ones come with more kids. Let's be honest, that's another issue. Some of the older females abroad have kids and multiple kids. And some guys don't want to be, let's just say adopted daddies to some of these girls out there. So that's a reason.
Yep. So Moochie says the guys who go for women and drugs would still get robbed. I beg to differ. Okay. Norman says Razor Raze.
Norman, what up? Yeah, so man, we got about 20-25 people that be on my channel is here, right? So I'm gonna do a tally after the live. I'm gonna go back to the live. I'm gonna count. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you know.
Welcome to everybody. We got 99 people in the room. If you do me a favor and go down and hit like.
99 people. Woo, one more for 100.
Greatly appreciated. We need those likes.
Phase 3 says Razor gonna be on those surfaces all day, and I'm here for it. Yes, I'm gonna be on these things all day long. It is early. When dcbornrob summoned me to this channel earlier, he said, Razor, you must be there 12 noon tomorrow. I said, man, 12 noon? I said, I can't say no. This is dcbornrob. So I said, it's going to be some early drinking for Razor Raze. So, man,
You got me drinking during the day, man. I got my Coors like,
Ooh, you got the
I don't
big
drown. This
one.
thing, this is the smallest one they had too. This got to be like a 24 ounce or something like that. But if you will, everybody who takes a sec, we're at 102 right now. If you do me a favor and just exit out of the live chat, if you're in the live chat, close the live chat, hit like, and then open the live chat back up.
Yes.
Everybody who takes a second and go down and hit like, cool man said, you all right. That's right. Much appreciated. Let me go back and see if I can catch up to where I am. Again, there's no way to just.
There's no way to spot where you left off.
Yeah.
So people getting mad.
They want you to use these tools.
DC Born.
Let me see, and then I'll keep on going and I'll miss it. Okay, shoot. Let's go. And as soon as I do this, wait a minute, did I miss some of these? Did I miss them?
All right, EP says, Razor Raze, stop fronting. You know NYC is wilder than Medellin. EP, shout out to you, salute to you. Hey, I never said EP. I never said New York City wasn't wilder than Medellin. I never said that. And these days, guys, I don't know if that's really true. If you know what I know, if you see what I see out there in Medellin. But yes, let's just say, yes, I agree. Are you EP? Are you trying to take that flight to New York City?
Mm-hmm.
You're not.
Here we go. Let me run through some of these because I want to bring up the Stevenson brothers again. I want to focus on this to pump up for next week also. New England Patriots says, sup, Rob and Razor. I think I'm going backwards. New England Patriots, I sub to you both. Yeah. Much appreciation. Thanks. Click that bell to be alerted of any new videos too. OG Bobby G said, what's up, Razor? The end of the month in Cartagena. I think I've already been over these. Anyone? Strill, I've been victory. Yeah. Decent. Bear with me as I get through this because
Big Marcus, just finish your drink before you walk away or take it with you. That's the advice in the clubs. Big Marcus for the guys that's in the club with the beauties.
So Strill says, but to be fair, Rob, the stories coming out of Houston are crazy too. Any major city in this country, if you cut on the news at 7 o'clock in the morning or 6 p.m. in the evening, you're gonna see some stuff, man. It'll bring you back. But people have to realize while you live here, you're more familiar with it and you have recourses. If you get hemmed up here, you have recourses, you have attorneys, you have laws and legal things. And that's why I want to go over the brothers again in a second. So I see another $5 super chat. I can't see who it is right now. I'm going to see it in a minute. Let me run through these. Norman said, what's up to Strill? Keith Richard, welcome. Says, I think you have a balanced program, Rob. Not too negative, very upbeat about Colombia. Thanks so much. I want you guys to travel. There, but I want you to travel anywhere. This is why I just got back from Honduras. Check those videos out. Yeah. I just got back from I got 3 or 4 videos on Honduras. We did El Salvador not too long ago. We were in Greece towards the end of last year. I was in Medellin in January, Guatemala during the Christmas holidays, Paris. You need to look at some of these other videos. I want you guys to travel in general. Okay, Keith, let's see. I love Medellin. I'll retire there. Or Saigon. Love Saigon. I was watching my video from Saigon where we got to where the last helicopter took off. I was on a mission to find that place where that last helicopter took off. The one that was on the picture of the Time magazine with the people climbing up the ladder, getting on the last helicopters. I've been wanting to see that all my life. So going to Vietnam and being able to see that, man.
Okay. All right.
So I love Saigon.
I was trying to wonder where in the world Saigon was.
Vietnam.
Right. Vietnam. All right. Okay.
Well, also called Ho Chi Minh City now.
Okay, I got it.
Isaac says, keep up the good work, DC Born Rob and Razor Raze. You both do important work. Thank you. This is why we do it. Moochie T says, precisely, Razor Raze. No one is going on vacation in Baltimore, Detroit, or in the dangerous cities in the U.S. Exactly. Apples and oranges. The videos are good, so you guys take precaution wherever you go. Excellent. Let's see. Sylvia. Welcome, Sylvia. Says Cartagena and Medellin is the ish. I recommend. There you go. Medellin is now. I haven't been to Cartagena. I'll be the first to say. And 2 reasons. I don't like heat. Hell, I live in Houston. I don't like. Within the past week, the humidity came. Before that, even when it was warm, it wasn't bad. Now the humidity's here. I went outside this morning when I was trying to run and get this bike, and man, it's oppressive. I don't like oppressive. I don't want to walk outside, get dressed, step outside, and all of a sudden I gotta take a shower. I don't want to feel like that. And what's the second thing? What's the second thing that drive you crazy?
I already know. Maybe the hustlers.
The hustlers. Man, come on. You got, I don't mind helping, and I help. I help my last day. When I'm leaving, and I advise this too, when you're leaving any country, take the small coins and give it back. You already spent some money, but give it back to those who need it.
Yes.
But that's two reasons I won't go to Cartagena. I got no reason to go. I mean, I'll eventually go just to, to record, but it's not like I'm looking forward to it. Let's be honest. Baltimore and New York City are great vacation spots.
No, you playing around, but
Keith Richards says, DC, what's up? What's up?
What up, Keith?
Viva Hernando said, LL going for prostitutes. What the F? Wait a minute, I think we got, do we have another super chat?
You had a $5 one from, I think, let me see.
Yeah,
From
let
Matthew.
me go down.
Matthew.
Yeah, 999 from Jay. Make sure. And Matthew, 5 says, use the Buy Hours app, and you can do ST rental for 3, 6, 9, etc. The great hotels like Dan Carlton, etc., where they will get you screen better at front desk. Love Dan Carlton. If you never stayed at Dan Carlton, out of every hotel in Medellin, that's my choice. I mean, you gotta walk past a whole bunch of people to get to the gate. But I don't have my key right here. But remember this big rule. Shoot, where I don't have a key. A hotel key. When you get your hotel key and it comes that little sheet that says Razor Raze room 3040, 3014, take that card, throw it away. Learn what room number is. If you're not going to remember anything else for the rest of your trip, learn what your room number is and throw that thing away, because if you drop that card off a girl, that's more valuable than your phone, your wallet, anything. They get because if they get that card, they can get in your room and clean you out.
Yes.
So don't, and everybody has left their laptop or something somewhere. Learn how to hide your stuff. That's all. I'm not going to say where I hide my stuff, but learn how to hide your stuff. If you got an Airbnb, you got all kind of places to hide stuff. Let me tell you. And a hotel. There's places to hide stuff. Just the problem is, remember where you put it. Because you have a couple of drinks and you start forgetting.
Yeah, you would start thinking somebody stole it, and nobody did. You just hid it from yourself.
Okay, let me see where we are. Where am I? Oh my God, they need to add
another super chat. You got another super chat on the bottom.
Wait a minute.
From your Trev.
But you know what? I just learned something. If you star somebody, if you put a star next to somebody, that'll hold that place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a star in the upper right hand corner of whoever left the comment. Okay. Man, this scope. Okay, now I know. Now let me catch up, and then I'll be good. Love Medellin. Okay, there you go. So I am up to see. Isaac says, "Keep up the good work, dcbornrob. You both do important work. Precisely
Right.
Razor Raze. I think I said that about Detroit, Cartagena. Okay, let me see. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Okay, Greg S says a lot of guys are treating Medellin like Tijuana, party and cheap prostitutes. It's a nicer Tijuana, I'll tell you that. The first time I went there, and I showed a video not too long ago, it was during the Christmas season. Right. I went for business, and my colleagues or friends now took me around and took me up the Yetis, of course. And they were riding all around. This is when it was 80% legit females and 20% probably, I'm just guessing, versus now it's the opposite. They were shooting foam out of guns. They were riding around on motorcycles, four-wheelers. They were shooting foam. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I walked all around that place. I'm telling you, Parque Yetis is amazing. It is. Mm-hmm. It's an amazing place. It blocks. It's like a little city, a little town it's just all beautiful. But now it's been corrupted. It is. It's not the same.
It's been corrupted, guys.
Not the same.
By who? The sex spats, like the guy for the article. Mm-hmm. Hey, we got Rich Free also. Razor Raze. Don't let them literally drug you and tuck you in bed and rob you like the other brother on dcbornrob when you're out there in Colombia. Shout out to you, Rich Free. And you miss where's Chuck? Salute to you guys, dcbornrob and Razor Raze. Here at Sweet Georgia Cafe. He's out there right now at Sweet Georgia Cafe for breakfast. That is Where's Chuck. Yes, he knows you, right?
Who's that? Who's at Sweet Georgia?
Where's Chuck? It's a YouTuber, up-and-coming YouTuber, and he knows about you. That's right. He
Okay.
knows about Sweet Georgia Cafe. He always
Where's
talks about
Chuck? Reach out to me, man. Send me an email at dcbornrob@gmail.com and scrolling across the bottom.
Yes.
If you're willing to join us next Wednesday for a live to discuss
He's
this.
out there right now. And my IQ is barbecue. Thumbs up, fellas. Greetings from DR. Okay. And the Don Willie. Rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. Yes. And Curtis D. Salute. I'm going to let some of this survey out right quick. Give me half a minute.
Yeah, let me get through a few more of these. Let's see. Muchi T says, Viva Hernando. You think most of these guys are going there to hike or for museums? When you say most to Muchi, because I went and not for that, and lived there for a few months and loved it. And I did a bunch of tours. I would advise you too. When you're in town, just do tours. Don't go there and sleep all day and then go. I mean, I don't know. That's just me. Saint Germain says, my rule is whenever I bring to Colombia is whatever I can afford to lose. There you go. Don't bring anything expensive. Don't wear any jewelry. Everybody has heard all this stuff. But then on the other side, I get people say, man, if I got to do all this, I got to keep my head on a swivel. I can't wear shorts. I can't wear a hat. Don't wear my jewelry. Then am I really on vacation? And I get your point. Let's see. Larry Glass says, brothers have to realize that you don't have to be flashy everywhere you go. Exactly. You know what? You know where I shop at? I mean, I like Perry Ellis is my designer. So I try to find an outlet place, but I buy from Walmart. I buy shirts to this shirt. Well, I don't know if it came from probably one of the TJ Maxx or something like that is where I shop at, where it's decent, but it's not flashy. By the way, I'm working on having t-shirts made soon too.
All right. I'm gonna have to purchase one. A tank top. You need a tank top.
I need to get that. Man,
That's right. I just cut the sleeves. I cut the sleeves. Don't worry.
It's so much, so much to do. Let's see. Yerp 5 says, my only mistake made, I didn't take the time to learn Spanish. There you go. That brings up another thing. If you complain about getting gringo prices, it's because you don't speak Spanish. So don't blame them because they jack the prices up on you. They're jacking the prices up on you because they can, and you're going to leave. And that reminds me of another thing. Don't tell anybody when you're leaving. Don't ever tell anybody, I'm leaving Saturday. Don't tell anybody when you leave. You don't know when I'm coming, and you don't know when I'm leaving.
Yeah. You bought a one-way ticket, and it lets you in, and you don't know where you're leaving. You're going to be like, I'm here for a while. I don't know when I'm going to leave. When I'm leaving. Yep.
I got plans. Let's see. Keith again says, try to meet a girl in Medellin that has a job. Otherwise, hold on to your wallet. Yeah. Go to the mall. Go to the store. Go to the grocery store. Go to the Jumbo. The Jumbo is a grocery store. And just, or Carullo's. Go and just start talking to people. Thanks again to Ahmed. And if you didn't see the video with Ahmed, he's the one that got robbed. His cab driver robbed him with a knife.
Oh, man. Is there no friends out there in Medellin? No, Sweet Georgia's Cafe. That's a friend. You can go ahead. Go there.
Number one, get to Sweet Georgia. Oh, shoot. Did I just? Okay, I'm going to use this star. Uh-oh.
You got another super chat, too, I see. You got two more super chats.
I'm trying to leave the star and see if it'll come. Oh, man. I didn't know I was that far in the hole.
You're a popular guy, man. So many comments,
This is another one. Let's see. Thanks for all you do and helping us keep informed, Rob. I'm going to church. Yeah, I've already seen this one. Thanks again to Lord Hybrid and Dennis. I'm trying to scroll down and see. Okay, J Love gave $9.99. Matthew $5. Okay, here we go. Yo Tribe $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. It says shout out to everyone with a passport except for Ken. That's one of your viewers.
You going to jail, Ken?
Yeah, I showed the video and then kind of regretted it, but because my mom told me, didn't, and I started realizing, okay, it's a guy hitting a girl. Guys, humble yourself at times. If you get got, you just get got, because you can't act like that overseas. You shouldn't act like that here, but you can't do that there. You may come up not in a story, just disappeared is what they call it down there. You'll come up disappeared. They will make you disappear.
Yes,
it's like a magic trick. Yeah, just because we don't read the story of you being killed does not mean something didn't happen to you. There's people that get disappeared every day there. So don't tell anybody when you're going. Don't tell anybody when you're leaving. But thanks so much to Yo Tribe. J Love again, another $5 super chat says still in Rio.
JJ, that's my guy JJ out in Rio right now. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil.
Still in Rio. I've seen people taking drugs, but not being drugged in Rio.
Yeah, I mean, it's the drugging thing is a hustle. Shout out to you, JJ. The drugging thing is a hustle out there in Colombia. So guys, you have to be aware and just don't let it go in one ear and out the other. You know, we know you love the beauties out there, but I dcbornrob, I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, I love the beauties too, and that's my hesitancy to go to Medellin and hang out. Because if I'm thinking I'm sitting across on a date with a beauty out there, with a beautiful girl, and all I'm thinking about is this girl trying to set me up? I'm looking around, I'm looking down a block to see if any suspicious cars is over there. I'm looking at my drinks all the time. It kind of turns me off. You know, I'm not gonna be turned on by this beauty sitting across from me. Because I'm just too concentrated mentally on, is this girl trying to drug me or get me set up by the sticker boys?
Mm-hmm. And the reason you and I like that is because we read these stories.
Yes, we see it.
We read more stories than we report on. And so we know the last time I was there in January, I go up after Sweet Georgia Cafe, I go up to the park. And because everybody's saying like, oh yeah, this park is a spot now. Gusto's is okay, but yeah, this park is fine. You don't have to pay a couple. So I went inside. A couple of guys recognized me, so we start talking. We sitting at the bar, and I'm leaning up against the bar like this. He's over here. The doorway's right there to my left, and I have a shot of tequila. At that time, I was still drinking tequila. A little sip, a little lime. Took a little bit of sip off of it, sat it down, and the girl came up to the bar next to me. Well, there goes that drink. I ain't drinking that. I am drinking that. Okay, bartender, let me get another one.
Another one, yeah.
You know what? Matter of fact, I got to go. I think I got to go somewhere. But if you are in Medellin, Colombia, you need to stop by Sweet Georgia Cafe.
Welcome to Sweet Georgia. I'm Rob Lester. This is my spot, Sweet Georgia Breakfast Sports Bar and Grill. Come check us out every Thursday night for the swimsuit contest along with Monday Night Football. And on Wednesday nights, we got jazz. Sunday, we rocking football all day. And hey, we got the best and only soul food and American breakfast in Medellin, Colombia. It all started right here 4 years ago. Come holler at your boy. We all home. This hour.
Lot going on at Sweet Georgia Cafe. And I would tell you this, and I mean this truthfully, if there was not Sweet Georgia Cafe there open in Medellin, Colombia, I would not go back.
Wow, breaking news.
I would tell you that. I would not go back. I've heard people ask me, why are you always talking about Sweet Georgia Cafe? Well, you get paid by them? No, I don't. When I lived there, I used to hang at the Laureles location. That was my spot. My entire travels there revolved around that place because I work remotely. So I just needed my laptop and their Wi-Fi. My first day there, came in the night before. The following morning, I was there working Monday morning in Colombia from that location. Since then, I have numerous friends that I still have to today. And because of Sweet Georgia Cafe, it shapes my narrative and my thoughts on Colombia and Medellin, Colombia.
Right.
And every business, let me tell you, it's an American-owned business that hires Colombians, Venezuelans. He gives these people jobs. The food is good. The drinks are good. I don't know how he does what he does, but he does it. Now he's got 2 locations. But it is still, if anybody knows about the restaurant industry, it's a struggle. It's your margins are not as big as people think they are. Okay, you own a restaurant? Oh, you must be making a lot of money. Look at the line outside. No, and I don't do that. I'm telling you, it's a struggle. So he gets people, the tourists that come by through the weekend, but when you're there for a longer period of time, come by. You put it on your plan 2, 3, 4 times a week, because whether there or here, if you don't support, next thing you know, and you go down and he's disappeared. It happens to me. I have favorite restaurants here in Houston. I go back Man, I need to go back to that place. I've been dying to have that pizza. I walk over there, they're locked, door locked, they closed.
Oh man.
Because people didn't support them.
Right.
The Colombians don't support the American business. Okay, you got to understand. People need to understand that Colombians don't go down and get grits or that's not what they're eating arepas and bandeja paisa. They're not going for the pork chops or the smothered oxtails. So, but if you want that taste and you want that authentic taste and you want you miss home, let's say, especially if you live there and you just miss home, whereas you want some American food, you want to be around a couple of Americans. I've never been on expat day. I think it's packed. I've never been because personally, the whole reason was to get away from Americans. So I never went. But every other day, as soon as they were gone, I was there. I was hanging out. I was working, whether it was just me and 2 or 3 people were coming through and you meet people. I met a guy that grew up 3 or 4 blocks from me. I had to go to Medellin to see him first. I haven't met him since 5 years old. We were in the same neighborhood.
Right.
So it serves a purpose. It is your landing spot when you get there. I would say when you land and you go to your hotel, your Airbnb, and you freshen up, you go over to Sweet Georgia Cafe and you get your bearings from there. Talk to some people, especially for your first time. If it's your first time there and you don't go to Sweet Georgia Cafe, something happened to you, it's on you.
Right.
Because the information is there. You're going to meet somebody that knows something that's going to tell you, watch out for this, don't do this, don't go there. And by all means, look down when you walk. I know, I walk with my head high. I purposely walk with my head high and I smile. I purposely make myself smile, whether I want to or not. When you're there, look down because you're going to step in a hole and you're going to break your ankle on your first or second day. Mark my words. Somebody tell me if you have already. Somebody comment and let me know if you've broken your ankle by stepping in a hole in Medellin. Because let me tell you something. They don't put money back into the streets down there. They just did it to the streets.
Right.
About 2 months ago, I did that story, but potholes in the sidewalk, just covers missing. You disappear that way.
Hey, dcbornrob, let me say this. I always wanted to say this. And I see 100 people in the building, right? Salute to all 100 people in the building. Watch our Razor Raze live with dcbornrob. Yes, we getting lit. Saturday afternoon. Woo! He got his cervezas. Razor Raze has his cervezas.
Oh man, I
for all the donations. Woo, man.
Yes, thank you guys so much.
Cerveza funds.
If you are a viewer of mine and you're not familiar with, and somehow, because people watch me, they may not see you, but sometimes they will. I don't know how they work the algorithm. So there'll be somebody new that's in chat today that has not seen you. And there's some people, if you bring up my name on your channel that says dcbornrob who, they don't know. So get over to Razor Raze channel. Show them some love over there. Let's see. Muchi T says, Rob, you got to realize a lot of Latinos are very nationalistic and prideful of their country. So anything negative, they get ultra defensive. I get that. I get heat about why do I make it seem so bad? I'm not. Trust me. I'm picking and choosing, and I'm gearing my information towards expats, not Colombians. So they're going to see it a different way. I get that though. I get the same thing if somebody talk about the U.S. or
kind of defensive, that.
I get it. I get it. But and the worst criticism I get, one video I did for the food. I'm sorry. They're gonna why another reason I love Sweet Georgia Cafe. Terrence is there right now. I told him to have some wings on me, man. Some lemon pepper wings, man. The food is good. I stopped eating meat a few months ago though, but you got to break that at certain times, and I definitely did there too. Okay, Reg Smith says before you take her up to your room, make sure she surrenders her
national ID
to and make sure it's a legitimate valid cedula, and it's her.
It's her.
She have her sisters or cousins or you don't know.
Hey, let me say hi to Kalolo. What's up, Kalolo? And Meta Logos. He says, yo. Stuart J says, in almost 6 years I've been in Medellin. I've been here in Medellin. I've been robbed twice, once with a gun, once with a knife. My Spanish teacher's son has been robbed 3 times on his way to the university. Both my neighbors have been robbed. Please don't let anyone kid you that Medellin is safe. It's not. If you spend enough time here, you are very likely to get robbed. That is from Stuart J. I just wanted to read that. And salute the Lord Hybrid, because I know you missed a couple of those comments. And salute to you, Pathfinder, also. Salute to you, Pathfinder. All right. So you called me. You have a super chat, too.
Yeah, if I missed something, let me know, man.
Yeah.
Phase 3 says Razor gonna have one of those cervezas all day, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, right.
LOL. Blaine's LOL. Greg says to at Moochie T, facts. Cervezas already, Razor.
Yeah, already.
We all know you, man. That's why I said, you know what? At first I was like, man, I need to get me a tank top and put on my ball cap and go down it. I was going to come on that way. Let's see. Rich Free says, DC born and Razor Raze. No way. Salute. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the show. You getting lit?
Yes, sir. The Don Willie says, RIP Kevin Samuels.
Yes, Kevin Samuels.
I got a lot of Kevin Samuels fans.
Yeah, that Yogi, he messing with me. He like to mess with me. I know Yogi. He's cool. That's 100K pesos, not US dollars. Let's just say that.
Over 100K for prostitution. Yeah, use the money. It's at 4 right now. A little over 4. 4037, I think, yesterday. The COP.
Yeah. Oh, that's the conversion. Okay.
Yes. Yoga says thumbs up, palm trees, and planes. Yep. Get your passport and pay your child support. Pay your child support. You don't pay your child support, they're gonna take your passport. Yep. You ain't going nowhere. And that's the one thing this country's done for me that I am appreciative of. They allow me to leave and come back. Coming back. You think coming back, man? I've had some issues in Mexico with a friend that came up missing one time. So coming back is important.
Came up missing? He's still missing?
No, it was one of them. Okay. No, he was down. Yeah, if he's watching, he knows who he is. Yeah, he came up missing, and we had to go back and looking for him down there messing with somebody. Thumbs up, fellas. Greetings from the DR. Welcome from the DR. Moochie T says Papados are nice restaurants. Not in the Midwest though. I enjoyed it when I was in Dallas. Yes, man. Papados is the most consistent seafood Mexican burger. You know, because it's Papados, Papacitos, Papa's Burgers. It's the Pappas family, but Yoga says Razor has spent over 100K on tricking.
Yeah, we seen that one already. That's 100K pesos. Yoga, get out of here with that.
$100K in pesos makes a difference. Yeah, Viva Hernando said Yoga raises.
You keep bringing that one back on, DC born.
Who's Yoga? Yeah,
he's a guy out there in Sosua. He's very popular in the DR.
Okay, in the DR. I've never been to the DR. Just not at the top of my list right now is Cuba and Bali, and I'm trying to decide. And one of my viewers is in Bali right now. If you're in there and you're watching the chat, give us a shout. Join me on social media, guys. By the way, Yoga 100 US Delta, Razor Raze on heavyweight. Okay, New York Gurus, Love Potion number 9. Where's Chuck? Salute to the guys. DC Born Rob, Razor Raze here at Sweet Georgia Cafe. It's Sunday, the breakfast. They have their breakfast buffet. Watch my video from there from January. I showed the buffet I got there when they set it up too. I like my food hot. And before, I don't like crowds either. So Rich Free says, Razor Raze, don't let them literally drug you and tuck you in bed. And Rob, you like the other brother, DC Born Rob, where you're out there in Colombia. And Rob, you like the other brother on DC Born Rob when I'm not sure I get that, but King Tao says no sound. I'm guessing there's sound. Razor, stop fronting. You know New York City is wilder than Medellin.
Yeah, I was answering that earlier.
New York is American wild.
Yeah.
Watch some of the stuff that goes on in Colombia. One of my favorite videos, one of my favorite get back videos, when somebody gets robbed and it don't go well. Oh, I got 2 right now. I got to send you this latest one. The guy walks in like a phone store and tried to rob them. It didn't go well. But there's 2 guys on a bike, and I've had this one. I need to find this. It had this one. The guy hops off the back and tries to rob somebody. And starts shoot. The people started coming towards him. He grabbed something and pulled out his gun, started shooting. And guys were behind the wall with bricks and rocks throwing at him while they were trying to run and get on the bike. And just while they were getting on the bike, the guy was putting the gun away, and somebody full on tackled him. And that was it. Wow. They got done. Done. And this went on for a few minutes until the police show up and have to block to save the criminals.
Yeah.
They literally try to kill them. They do. Somebody last week, if you didn't read it, they killed somebody last week. They stomped them.
Yeah.
Until they died. Just finish your drink before you walk away and take it with you. There you go. That's big Marcus. Strill says the U.S. government experimented with scopolamine back in the 60s, 70s as a truth serum. There you go. But it was too unpredictable and dangerous, so they abandoned the experiment. That makes sense. J Love says, how you doing, Rob and Raze? What's up? Many foreigners and YouTubers don't hear about the high level of vicious crimes taking place in Medellin, but many tourists only look at the Medellin as though that's Colombia. Yeah, Colombia is a big country. I mean, there's more than there is Medellin. I just gravitated and love Medellin. Lord Hybrid again. Much thanks again for that super chat. Dennis Brown again. Thank you so much.
You have another super chat too, by the way.
Oh, look at this. One love for Kevin Samuels got scoped in Atlanta. That would trip me out though. I've heard, I don't watch him. I don't really know who he is. I've seen a couple of statements he made. I mean, I won't comment on him. J Love, EP, LOL, New York City has nothing on Medellin. Stop spreading idiocy. Big Marcus, you can get robbed and or trick rolled in Vegas too.
Yeah, you could. Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Those casinos, those slot machines, they'll rob me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And not me no more. I learned. I own a couple of chandeliers right now. I don't gamble anymore. Safe. Let's see. That boy Rob got the Teg Hanley sponsorship. Got that smooth skin, huh?
You got a sponsorship from Tang. I heard of that Tang Hanley spot. I heard of that. You got a sponsorship from them?
What is that?
Some kind of sponsorship.
I haven't heard of it.
Probably smooth skin. Probably some cream. Something for your skin cream. You say you got smooth skin, so you probably getting some free product from Tango Haley. Skin product. You got a sponsorship from the skin.
If anybody wants to advertise skin products or whatever, just give me a shout. Again, shoot me an email at the one below. For real, if you want to promote your website and you're willing to pay for it, I'll bring you on. A sponsorship, that's what it is. If you want to sell lotion, you want to sell, I don't know, I got some oranges right here. You want me to sell oranges for you? Man, I got these the bomb oranges right here. And you want to put it up. I mean, what's the difference? Instead of somebody else putting a commercial in front that I don't know who they are and I don't believe in it.
Right.
I've had people reach out, want me to do a sponsorship, but it's something I don't believe in. And crypto something, I don't know anything about crypto. I'm not doing crypto.
What did they say? Hey, $50,000. I'm like, hey, I believe in it.
For what? Crypto something? I just take a quick class, but yeah, I'll be selling crypto at that point.
50,000? You gonna give me 50,000 to sponsor?
I'll be spending. Yeah.
I believe in it. I believe. Let's talk.
I will study up on crypto and learn. Cartagena. CDV says Canadian money is less. So there you go. I thought it was.
It's less. It's less.
But you know what? I think when you cross over and you convert your money to Canadian, it counts more, but it's worth less if you try, especially if you try to convert it back. CD is 0.77 to US dollar. Okay, so it is less. Okay, so one thing the US government does best is, number one, to get us broke and even more broke, because you know this country's broke. But we worked it so that other people take our paper, because it's paper. This is not money. Yeah. This is paper. This is the promise to give you money, but this is not money. Money is gold and silver. Get some.
Yes.
That's what I have physical. But this paper, and if you read it, it says it's a Federal Reserve note. It's good for trade, or you're supposed to take this in lieu of money. But since what, 75? Since he took us off the gold standard, Nixon took us off the gold standard.
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Norman, salute. J Love says EP the same occurs in Colombia. I'm trying to get through some of these. Lord Hybrid says, I've been happy ever since Rob informed us that the vax mandate was lifted. I bet. So let's talk about that for a second. Mm-hmm. That didn't stop you, right? You already vaxxed, right?
I was still going. Yeah, I just went on and got it because I didn't know when that thing was going to get lifted. And people were like, Razor, you got it. Yeah, because I did not know when they were going to be lifting stuff. I did not want to get stuck here in the Matrix, aka USA, as they say, all because of vax. So I say, you know what? Let me go ahead and take it. I'm a genetic freak anyway. You know what I'm saying? So I said, let me go ahead and take it. And I enjoy myself traveling. But for people, yes, you're right. But for people that hasn't taken it, here we go. Right now, you just need a PCR test to enter Colombia now.
Mm-hmm.
You
know,
PCR or the other one, or the rapid. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep.
Within a certain amount of time. Yeah. I think 48 hours for the rapid and 72 for the PCR test.
Yeah, exactly. So what percentage of your viewers do you think were not vaccinated that are going now?
Wow. You know, you used to get a couple of, only like around 4 or 5 of them used to come on the chat and say they not doing that and taking that. But I don't know exactly. I can't really tell you because a lot of them just didn't say. A lot of them they didn't really say. But a lot of them are back because a lot of them were going. A lot of them were booked before this new rule, before May 1st, before they got rid of the vax mandate in Colombia. They were going. It was a booking, so they had to be back. So a large percentage of them was already, you know, because they want to go. They want to travel, you know. You know, the snow bunnies are, you know, they like, hey, I gotta get out there to the snow bunnies. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna take that. I don't care. I'm going, you know. So hey guys, Colombian beauties are beautiful. They are beautiful, but just, you know, just temper your enthusiasm and take precautions, you know.
But I mean, you know, if you're going and paying, you're paying anyway. If you're here and you're paying,
right?
I challenge to wonder sometimes, okay, you go that far to pay, but you could pay here. And maybe you pay more here. How about you pay $500 more here? But you don't have the travel hassle because it's going to cost you $500 for me. It's a minimum $500 to go there. So why not pay here and save the transportation? Or shoot, a flyer here, go to Mexico. It just seems like a long distance to go for that. But there's a lot of people that do. So I wonder, I'm going to guess that 10 to 15% of my viewers are going to go now that weren't vaccinated. Yeah. Everybody else has been, you know, is going all along, and everybody's just reading the news, waiting to go. So this is going to open up the floodgates, I think, in general. But my worry is that everybody is going to jump into a barrel. And they're gonna be shooting you like fish in a barrel because all you guys coming, and I think when you get down there and you get around more Americans too and more visitors, and you feel like you're in America, which you're not,
right? And
you get hemmed up and you drink too much. You know, I can't say you can't drink too much. And I'll be the first to say I have. I have when I was there, when I lived there, and I have when I was there by myself. But I mean, I felt like I was home. At that point, I was home. I lived there, meaning I didn't have a place to live here. I was living there. But I felt comfortable. I heard gunshots my first 2 weeks. And it didn't bother me. It didn't bother me. It didn't bother. I mean, one time somebody was trying to rob somebody, but they robbed the wrong person. And that person shot in the air, hit him with a gun. And we saw the guy ran. We went to Sweet Georgia in Laureles. We saw him run up the street. And within 30 seconds, the police were there, helicopters. We're like, well, this can't be. They're like, oh, yeah, man, the airport's right over there. I'm like, yeah, but how long does it take to get more than 30 seconds to get off the air? They'd have to be sitting in the helicopter before they took off. But they don't play. I mean, the police will swarm. The police will swarm real quick. And then they're gone like it was nothing, like it never happened. Says, yeah, okay, I've been happy ever since. Yep. Pathfinder, it says, you guys make a great team. Appreciate it. Razor's got to come on again.
Tag team champions.
One day I'm going to get lucky enough to get on his show. J Love says, EP, I'm Colombian and lived in Bronx. So stop it. Okay. Always good, still life. Nowhere as much. Check the numbers. FARC isn't as prevalent as the Crips and the Bloods. Boy. Okay. I don't know about that. Red Smith says, I'm 65. They all young to me. I got you. Let's see. J Love says, EP, you're trolling now. LOL. You comparing some street thugs to major terrorist groups. I don't debate with morons. I'm done. Okay. Hello, 3 a.m. here in Australia. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the donations too. Much appreciated.
You got another donation down to the bottom.
Well, he's regularly donated through my donate button on my channel. Viva Hernando, OG Bobby G, straight deuce. J Love, you must have forgot what it was like in New York City, by the way. Check the numbers, my guy. St. Louis and Detroit have higher murder numbers. You got to do more research. You know, when DC was the murder capital, and even when it wasn't, when I lived there, it doesn't take into account the good hospitals. the good hospitals in a bad neighborhood. Like it was DC General back then, which is where, here's Ben Taub, where you go if you don't have money and you don't have insurance, where they take you when you've been shot. But because they take care of so many gunshot victims, they're good at it. So which means people survive. But it doesn't mean it's not dangerous. They don't look at when they call it murder capital,
right?
No one has ever said the shot up capital. You know what I mean? How many more people got shot but didn't die?
They didn't die. Yeah.
There's a lot of them that get shot and just here. Let me show you, man. I got shot over here. I got shot over here. But they took them to Ben Taub here and they survived. They took them to DC General in DC, and they survived just because that's what they did. Normally, they used to sewing up people all night. But I wouldn't take that chance. I ain't never been shot. I ain't trying to get shot. I mean, shot at. I ain't never been shot. By the way, and this is one other thing. Let me see if I can't put a star here. One other thing I wanted to say too. Remember, when you go to another country, don't get involved in their politics. Just don't get involved in their politics. If you don't recall my visit to Medellin last year, when I decided they were protesting, and I heard them outside my window. I said, "Let me go down. I got to at least report this." So I was down.
I remember. I saw you ducking. I saw you ducking those. You was ducking. What's that? Firebombs and bullets.
No, a CS canister. It was gas.
Yeah. You almost got caught out there in the protest.
Well, it's right here. So for those who didn't see it, here it is right here.
Holy shit. Okay, it's time to go. What the fuck was that for? Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit. There's my man. Oh, with the cowbell. They're throwing that shit back. Oh shit. It's burning. It is gas.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, you almost died that day, dcbornrob.
Well, they weren't shooting guns.
They weren't shooting super chat right there, guys. Please donate them. He almost died for your sake.
Well, they weren't shooting guns. That was gas.
dcbornrob, boots on the ground, literally about to die out there.
When you see, just so they know, when they see the smoke, that's smoke. That's not the gas. They shoot the smoke with the gas so they know which direction the gas is blowing.
Yeah.
That's the only reason that it's like, like natural gas. Natural gas has no smell to it. They put the smell in it, so you know. So it's the same reason that they put the smoke along with the CS, the gas. I'm assuming it's CS gas, military grade. But I was like, and sorry, I was cursing, but I was like, what the? They were just protesting. There's nothing. It's not like anybody threw anything at the cops. Just all of a sudden they threw one, and then all of a sudden.
They don't play. They don't play. In Cali, Colombia, they were shooting live bullets in Cali, Colombia. Well, I'm not going to get into that. But don't protest. Some cops, they don't play. They do not. They don't play,
and they know you don't know who they are. So just think about how much more you would do in a group if you knew nobody knew who you were. Kind of like trolls. How much they talk stuff. Because you don't know who they are. So the cops do the same thing.
Exactly.
Just Cash App. You're loving the alpha info, my brothers. Appreciate it. Much thanks.
Master T.
Much thanks. Master T Coaching. Again, anybody want to advertise here, let me know.
You got another super chat. Let me let someone say basic. These Coors Lights, these light beers.
Sure thing. Let me. I'm going to try to get through here. We're going to cut out in a little bit, but I want to get through some of these. Let's see. Any updates on the Ecuador? I did the story a couple of days ago, King Tao. If you didn't see, go back and watch that video. But I'm going to touch on it in a second, okay? Because I just want to go over again exactly what happened for those who are not familiar. But I'm going to touch on it in a second, okay? Because I'm doing a live next week. Remember, if you are a YouTuber, if you are a small YouTuber, a medium, a starting out YouTuber, large, whatever, and you have any size audience at all, join me next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Let me know. I'll set it up soon and set the link. I want to bring more attention to the Stevenson brothers who have been held in an Ecuadorian prison for the past 5 years for double murder, just because 2 bodies were found on their 125-acre property. And I'm going to read the story chronologically in a second. Okay, EP says telling the truth isn't trolling. Fall back. Depends on what some people think the truth is. If somebody says that I do this for the money, That's trolling. So it depends on what is said. So EP, tell me what you're talking about. Professor Agayu already subscribed to Razor Raze. Bet, much appreciated. Matthew, again, thank you for the $5 super chat. Thank you. Did I not see this one already? Used by hours. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, thanks again for everybody who's donated today, man. You guys are awesome. Pathfinder, the best advice for those traveling abroad is to stay in a hotel with 24-hour front desk. Good deal. Muchi T says, at J Love, most brothers never actually check actual crime statistics. Central and South America have the highest per capita homicide rates in the world. Paramilitary groups cannot be compared to gangs. Cololo says 3 a.m. here in Australia. I've already donated $10 for each DC Born Rob and Razor Raze tonight from Australia. Thanks again, Cololo.
Yay!
Again, just a general good supporter. So again, I'm not monetized right now. I will do it again. But right now, there's no commercials except for what I put in here. So if you want to put out a commercial, you want to advertise something, shoot me an email to the email address, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, scrolling across the bottom, and we can discuss it further. Meta Logos, yo. Welcome. Stuart J says, in the almost 6 years I've been here in Medellin, I've been robbed twice, once with a gun and once with a knife. My Spanish teacher's son had been robbed 3 times on the way to uni. You know, people say, I've been living and anything never happened to him. There's somebody that stuff has happened to him and people that he knows.
Yeah.
So just because it doesn't happen to you, don't mean it's not happening. Both of my neighbors have been robbed. Please don't let anyone kid you that Medellin is safe. It's not. If you spend enough time here, and you're very likely to get robbed at some point. It's not motivating this to it, but
it's not too motivating.
We appreciate it. We appreciate the insight, though. The Crips and Bloods are nationwide in a country of 250 million. FARC and paramilitary are centralized in a much smaller nation. I wouldn't even argue that they are equipped armed. Let's see, Lord Hybrid. I love Cartagena. There you go. You got a lot of people. You know, it's like, you know, black and white a lot of times. A lot of people love Medellin. A lot of people love Cartagena. I used to get people to ask me, oh, what about Cartagena? Well, what about Cartagena? Every time I do videos, well, what about Cartagena? Then I saw you on the scene, and I reached out to you, and I said, anybody ask me about this, you need to check out Razor Raze's channel. How you doing all of Colombia? Jay says, Muji T, how you doing, brother? Unfortunately, many of these guys are amazingly ignorant. The old saying, never argue with a fool. Metalogo, still an official update on the governor's webpage regarding vaccines and traveling. I don't, but it is on the U.S. government site. I did a video a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Sign up on the STEP program, too. If you have not signed up, go to the Department of State or type in Google, Department of State, STEP, S-T-E-P program, and fill out the information. You'll get alerts to things like this, too. But the U.S. government has just officially put it on their page. And this is stuff that we watch daily, and all of a sudden, it changed. Just like the United website that I changed the other day, changed overnight.
Sometimes it's slow. Sometimes people get confused because the Colombian and Dominican, you know, they are slow to update their websites and stuff, you know.
Yep, their own speed. But you would this was a big deal. Why they didn't roll it out with a lot more fanfare, I don't get it. Seems like every newspaper should have been covering that. That's a big deal for tourists.
You would think.
If you want tourists. Okay, no artificial. I'm going to have to, we got another, let me see, a few minutes. We're going to stay on here, but I want to cover the Stevenson brothers for a second. If you're not familiar with them, let me introduce you to them now. Ronell and Roger Stevenson. I'm going to play a short video clip of them, and then I'm going to discuss what's happened to them.
Hi, my name is Roger John Stevenson, and this is my brother Ronell Stevenson. The last 4 years of our life have been a complete nightmare. We are in an Ecuadorian prison, sentenced to 34 years, 8 months, for a murder of a dear friend that we did not commit. We beg you to please share this video. Without your help, we cannot come home. Please share this video.
Okay, so I've been doing what I can since they reached out to me. They found me from the stories that I did on Timothy Reed that was murdered in Barranquilla last April 20th. And maybe a couple months later, they reached out to me. A few emails, we went back and forth, and I was like, what's going on? And then I heard the story. And then when I found out the basics of it, I talked to him, and I was like, whoa.
Wow.
Oh, you freaking kidding me. And I found out they were from D.C. Dad owned the property like 6 blocks from me on Georgia Avenue in D.C. And I'm like, This is unreal. So I've been doing what I can to assist, along with another gentleman who's been helping me. Who's a researcher who is, man, he's good and a godsend, who's helped me. I can't tell you, hundreds of hours have gone into between this and the Reed case. Hundreds of hours of Freedom of Information Act request, of approval requests for Greg Meeks or the different representatives, Trone or Ben Cardin. We've had to. It's been a lot. The family has been through so much with this. But basically, let me tell you from beginning, just a few bullet points. I didn't write them down, so I'm going to go from memory. Roger Stevenson went to college in Maryland, wanted to start an ecotourism business. He shopped around where he was going to go. It was between Thailand, maybe Spain, and Ecuador. And he chose Ecuador. And by an ecotourism, that means you come down. He's growing different fruits and vegetables and animals. He's got goats and cows and all different type of things on the property. He had just, right before this happened, just signed an agreement with the Tabasco company to grow peppers for them. The Tabasco company. So, he had 125 acres that he purchased. That 25 acres had 4 building or structures on it, which he just made even more. Before, it was like weeds growing through it. It was more outside. They turned it into like 4 separate houses, and one of which was like a nightclub where the indigenous were allowed to come and perform.
Right.
Also, he I think it was Mr. Universe twice, 2 years in a row for Ecuador for his weight class.
Yeah.
Representing Ecuador at that time. They say he could have ran for mayor at that point. But after 4 years of living there, his brother came to live with him. Well, not 4 years, but a couple of years of living there. His brother Ronell came to live with him and help him out. His parents came down. This is right after they signed the Tabasco company. Parents came down. They went out of town. They went to a festival. They came back from the festival. The parents were on the road from the festival, went back to Quito and then flew out. But the brothers went back, and then they went out that night in town. When they got back to their house, they went to sleep. They woke up. They were awoken at 5 a.m. in the morning by paramilitary type police officers, black mask, hoods, everything. They came in. All right, where's the drugs and the guns? That's what they had a warrant for. It took them a while. They had been denied to get a warrant. The police had been denied to get that warrant for 3 or 4 times.
Yes.
But they finally got that arrest warrant. So they're coming in looking for drugs and military-style weapons is what they were told. They had a cocaine plantation or whatever. Okay, so none of that was there. There were 2 guns. There were 2 antique guns, a pistol, and those were dropped, by the way. The charges were dropped for the guns and the drugs because there weren't any drugs, and their the guns didn't shoot. They were like dirty. They were antique guns, so they didn't fire.
Right.
So those were dropped. So. But that happened at 5 a.m. when they got arrested. But the other side of the story is now, if this were a movie, I'd show you from another point of view what happened at the exact same time, because 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, approximately, well, probably dozens, I'll just say dozens and dozens of the indigenous tribes people showed up on the property at 2 to 3 a.m. with shovels.
Okay.
Now, I want you to understand what 125 acres is. Probably your neighborhood or a couple of your neighborhoods. Depends on the city you're in. A lot of land in this jungle, okay? It's literally the jungle, the Amazon. And so the people show up with shovels. Well, guess what? They dig up. They go right to a spot on 125 acres.
Right.
Dig up 2 bodies of the young men. There's another avenue to this story also, because the leader of the tribesmen, it was his son and son's cousin that was missing, and that's who they found on the property. Okay,
These are the tribesmen. Wow. And like you said, it's a big property, huge property, and they happen to go to the
exact spot on all this land.
Got you.
They came with shovels. They dug up the bodies. It turns out the 2 young men were buried alive. They had dirt in their mouth from another location.
Right.
So they were killed, and that's not unlike, I'm told, like the indigenous, that's how they get justice on other tribes that do them wrong, is they bury you alive. So they find the bodies there. As they're taking the brothers away, they start yelling and screaming and saying, "Oh, we found 2 bodies." So just then the police are like getting the brothers and snatching them up and getting them out of there before they kill them. And they burn down all 4 structures. They either killed or stole property, cameras. Okay. There's the brothers' evidence right there. They burned down all the property. They killed or stole the animals. They burned down the crops. And obviously nothing has ever been done about that for that case. Another thing to note is the father of one of the deceased, the head of this clan, it's a Tawasab tribe in Palora, Ecuador. He has had murder charges on him 2 or 3 times, I think. They've been after him for a few different crimes. There is so much. His name is Stalin Zamarenda. If you're watching this video, or somebody there is watching this video, I know they watch my videos. This person has a crime record that's long, and every time he gets arrested, he runs up in the hills, and the police are scared to go up in there after him. And they wait a little while, and somehow the influence gets back down. So the politicians are scared of the indigenous because they shoot darts and they shrink your head. I mean, he got one of the charges was for shrunken heads. They're called sansas. Where they take an actual head and they shrink it, and they supposedly tried to get it in the museums in the U.S.
They shrink your head while you're alive?
Never heard of head shrinking? This is real. Yeah. They're called sansas. He's been charged for that. But afterwards, all the charges seem to evaporate and go away after this person right here. So if you're looking for a culprit, I'm saying this is who you need to look at. Who shows up with shovels at 3 a.m.? And I don't care where you are in the world. I think 3 a.m. is dark. Can I say that? At 3 a.m., wherever you are, it's pitch black. And if you're in the middle of the jungle, it's super pitch black. So they're roaming through which they used to walk on their property. If they thought that Roger and Ronell had something to do with it, they could have came knocking on the door because his son worked for the brothers, worked for Ronell and Roger on the property. He was actually the DJ at the club. But so his father, a year prior, his father, the tribal leader, wanted his son to come back and work for him for his business, which is they do the ayahuasca, where you sniff ayahuasca is a drink, hallucinogenic, but they make you sniff like tobacco leaves and something else, and then they burn smoke and blow it in your hair, and it's all kind of mumbo jumbo. I don't buy it, anyway, a lot of people go down there for that. There's also been another lady that has accused him of rape, and that story's been in the New Yorker. I've spoken to her.
The villager,
the indigenous leader, has been accused of kidnapping and raping
a
woman, and this is in a New York magazine. I can send you the article to this, and I have spoken to her, and I've spoken to the lady at the New York Post that read the article, not the New York Post, the New Yorker magazine. So this is what happened. So the most recent part that I put out a couple of days ago, they were convicted, by the way, on no evidence. I read the judge's decision. I stayed up here all night. Oh my God, because I hate words and reading and small. I read that, and let me tell you, I kept going. Wait a minute, is this? I need to look back over. Where's the evidence? How were they convicted? And then convicted. I think they were convicted on 20 years, and they changed it to 34 years. And then they're in the most. I don't know any words really to explain.
But you said one of them were sick.
Prison.
One of them were sick, right? He's sick. One of them
got sick while he was in his prison. But the prison itself was abominable. I mean, this is where they had the gang wars, and I've seen video again. It gets awful. I mean, I would not recommend anybody even look at these videos. I would not. Matter of fact, I'm sure I deleted them. I've seen the videos and what they do to life, the lack of humanity, the barbarism. It's on a scale that Americans cannot fathom. And so that's the circumstances they were in. While they were there, Ronell had stomach problems. He said, we talked every day too. So it was like, okay, he's like feeling sick. And then 2 weeks later, he's still feeling bad. And so he finally gets attention. He finally feels so bad. They get him out of that and to the hospital. And they say, oh, it's your appendix. We need to remove your appendix. So we go, whew, okay, got there just in time. Removes his appendix and then find out there's a growth underneath on his colon cancer, stage 4.
Man.
So from there, he's there. He's in the hospital, and Roger has been moved to another prison. So thank you to the Ecuadorian government for assisting the family with that.
Yeah.
By the way, I was in DC a couple of months ago, month and a half ago. So I figure all the embassies are there. Just knock on the door. I looked on Google Maps before I went, and I was like, "Holy crap! They don't even have a fence. There's no yard. It's just a driveway and the door. I don't even have to worry about parking. How can I not go?" So I went, I parked, I went in, they kind of blew me. Oh, the guy you need to speak to is not here. So I left and came back. They spoke to me at length, but I can't get a congressman on the phone. I can't get a U.S. senator on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
But yet they sit there and speak with me and don't ask me to leave. Let me exhaust my questions and my concerns. They listen to me, but they're the executive branch, just like we have here. They have the executive branch. They don't have any say over the judicial branch. So that has to go through the not Secretary of State, Attorney General.
Attorney General, yeah.
Yeah. So that's where we are with this case right now. So we are attempting to bring attention to this situation so that we need to either protest, organize a protest, but we also need to bring awareness to this by sending out, whether it's Twitters, and tweets, and TikToks, and whatever else, and Instagrams. Join me on social media, by the way.
Yes, and these are two Americans, right?
Two American brothers.
Yes,
two American Black brothers from Washington, D.C., my
Washington.
hometown. Yeah.
Yes, and you would think the American government will get involved. You laid out the details, because let me be honest with you, dcbornrob. I was thinking when you first brought this up, I did not hear these details you just explained over the past 10 minutes about the whole indigenous people and the way you explained it. I've never heard that part of the story. I never heard that part of the story.
Oh,
now, when you invited me on your show for Wednesday, I was going to do more research. I was going to go over the whole thing. You done explained it. Now I see exactly why you're saying these guys were railroaded out there. Where's the evidence? If what you say went down exactly how you just stated, you can't put them guys in jail. You can't put them in jail holding them like that. There's no way.
Well, you can. They have done it. And the whole judicial system is corrupt there. It's not just them as Americans. Now, the problem is our government is not standing up. And they make you jump through hoops. And I'll tell you how it works is you reach out to the embassy. Well, you reach out to your reps. The reps call the embassy goes, "Oh, we're aware of it. I've seen the correspondence. We're aware of it. We're doing what we can. We've worked with them this way." It's all BS. Right. The embassy tells your rep. So then the rep goes, "Oh, well, we called. They said they're working with you. They're doing all they can. What do you want us to do? What is a lot we want you to do? We want you to say their names: Roger Stevenson, Roger John Stevenson, and Ronell Stevenson. We want you to say their names on the floor of the House and the Senate. Every morning before they start session, they can get up and just talk for a minute. Their reps need to bring up their names, need to say something. Let me tell you something. We are aware how this country works and how this government works. And one phone call from the right person in this country, because mind you, we send how many millions and millions and millions of dollars there to help them with their legal and drug system.
Right.
I mean, and criminal system. We need to do that for ours, but we're sending them $40-50 million and they're not willing to. All we need to do, the right person now, the VP, the Secretary of State, they're one of their senators. You know, Bob Menendez, the head of the Foreign Relations Committee for the Senate. Meeks, black man, Meeks, just left Ukraine. He just, the other one, Ben Cardin just comments, he tweets, we're working with this citizen. I mean, we're working with the people overseas. They're not Americans. We help such and such get free. That not American, dude. You need to pick up the phone for us. So last week we were on the radio. They were on the radio. The family was on the radio maybe a month or so ago in Baltimore too. We were on in DC, but I think it's coast to coast. And we were on Revolt TV, of course. All of those I posted up here. Revolt TV, which is Puff Daddy's channel. Very professional operation, man. Yeah, I learned a lot from doing that show. Just how to be professional.
You said Revolt?
Revolt. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you read a Revolt TV story yesterday.
I read about the Kevin Samuels story from Revolt TV. They confirmed he had died. Yeah.
That's Puff Daddy's channel.
Okay.
Yeah. That's his channel. So we've done what we can, but we've exhausted all avenues. So we need, before we protest, we need to generate even more awareness. So if you are aware of this, and I had, who is this? Michael that reached out, emailed me earlier, says, Rob, thanks for your video. He says, I've reached out to the representatives myself. So we have people who are reaching out and standing up. Right is right. Everybody that's watching right now is a traveler, is an international traveler. Everybody in this room right now, there's 84 people right now in this room right now. Hopefully all 84 hit like, but 84 people in this room right now, and they're all international travelers. You can get hemmed up too. The same thing I did for Manfred when he got hemmed up at the Cartagena airport, which you know is a running thing now. Supposedly they have discretion to just every once in a while periodically pull people out of line and send you back to the U.S. I don't want that to happen to me, that's for sure. Have to go back and pay to come back too again. So for instance, right is right. We're all travelers. Why not help each other out? So we have almost, how many people do we have in the group? 5 something, 600 something. I'm not sure. A lot of people in the group, in our private group, and we help each other. But there's more people that watch this video today. Probably it says 86 now, but it's because people come and go and come and go and come and go. So we need help from you guys right now. And next Wednesday, I'm asking right now to any YouTubers who watch this video, reach out to me again. At the bottom, you see my email, dcbornrob@gmail.com. And I will bring you on to this chat. Razor and I are going to come on next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central, which is 7 Eastern, and discuss this. We want the feedback from everybody. We want to discuss the story in details. If you want to ask any questions, and I will ask Mr. Stevenson, and if he's seeing this, I'm going to ask you, Mr. Stevenson, and Jason Poblet, who's the attorney for the Global Liberty Alliance, who's assisting them also. So this is a separate organization that have gone out of their way and do the right things for people who find themselves in a position the brothers are. And Jason speaks Spanish too, and his whole organization is well equipped to help the brothers. But it's getting the needle moved on this side. It's stuck. They're saying, okay, we know about it. He's taking his medication. I mean, he's in a hospital for cancer and under their care, but making the parents pay.
Oh, the parents are paying too. So that's more news I didn't hear. And like I said, I did not know this detail about the indigenous leader out there in Ecuador. I did not know they took shovels 3 a.m. in the morning. So that it seemed like, let's say, let's plant this evidence. Well, not plant the evidence. Let's make it seem like that these guys were responsible for the murders of these 2 people. How many people were murdered? Like 2 people, right? Two people buried. I did not hear this because at first when I heard the story, I'm like, all right, I want to support the brothers. I'm like, but how do I know 100% that they're not guilty, right? I'm going to say that. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Exactly. And don't take my voice as fact. Do due diligence. Do your own research. If you want to, once we're done, I need to run. Matter of fact, I need to get off in a few minutes because we're going taking the kids skating. If you want to read, I will send it to you, Razor. Anyway, the judge's decision. Okay. It's a lot, but I want you to read. And it's going to take you some time. And it's it's legal mumbo jumbo, but you can read enough to say, okay, where's the evidence? At no time did it says the brother's DNA, or we saw, or we have, or nothing. It's the fact that the bodies were on their property. They have been convicted for 34 years, and our country needs to just ask them. Do your work. Where's all we're asking for is a fair trial. We're not asking for them just, they're American, let them go. That's not what we're asking. No, we're not asking that. We're saying do your research and find out that the first prosecutor was disbarred afterwards for doing illegal things. Come to find out the brother's attorney, the first attorney, was a prosecutor that went after the father of one of the deceased, the head of the clan. He didn't tell the brothers at all. And he did not tell the brothers that he was a prosecutor before that. Wow. Before he was in private practice. He did not say that. It's a travesty. And how can I not say something in the position that I am? I'm blogging on travel. I'm blogging on safety. How could I not do what I can to assist? So wherever you can, I will ask them on and see if they're available, but I'll reach out to Jason Poblet again from the Global Liberty Alliance and Mr. Stevenson himself to see if they'll join us next week, so we can ask questions directly to them. And if they're available, they'll definitely jump on and answer any questions, just like we did on the radio the other day. I need to get out of here in a couple of minutes, though. Anything else you want to go over, Razor, while we're on the show? I'm not going to get through all the.
You ain't gonna get through all the comments. You know, salute. Yeah, like I said, I can't wait for that Wednesday night thing. Salute to all 90 people that did it. Watch it, Razor Raze and dcbornrob. Yes, I love saying that. dcbornrob. I'm with dcbornrob. Yeah, finally. And it's not me, guys. That I don't need assistance yet from dcbornrob because I was locked up abroad. Not yet, but salute to Gil, aka MMA fan. He's a big supporter of mine.
Yep, Gil.
DMR the Traveler. He was back out in Dominican Republic. Thank you for joining us. 760 Buck Travel. Salute to you, Buck Travel, Travel Bro. And guys, this is why you gotta subscribe to dcbornrob and Razor Raze, because we are trying to help you out in these situations. If you do find yourself in these situations, I'm going to forward your information over to dcbornrob if you ever find yourself, in handcuffs abroad. John Smith, what up, John Smith? Can we do a Washington, D.C. meetup? John Smith asking, can he do a Washington, D.C. meetup?
I'm in Houston right now. I'm not in D.C.
Well, yeah.
I visit. I mean, a month and a half ago.
JM says, I would understand if it was a house, but they pretty much bought the whole community without probably connecting with the community. Makes no sense. So he's saying that the Stevenson brothers probably bought the whole community without, and that's what you talk about, JM? You talk about the Stevenson brothers? They bought the whole community without connecting with the community?
No. Let me stop right there. No, they put themselves, they immersed themselves in the community. Everyone knew who they were. He could, John, I'm telling you, John, who's Roger, could have run for mayor. They thought he was going to run for mayor, and that may have been a reason to preempt this.
Wow.
Somebody on the street says, "Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. I thought you got arrested." And he's like, "Where'd that come from?" Yeah, somebody. Right. Everybody in this small town, everybody in town knew who he was. He was Mr. Universe for Ecuador, coming from that small town. So everybody in town knew him. They saw him at the gym. They came to his property. They went to his club. I have video, dude. If you want to see, I need to just put a whole bunch of stuff. There's so much video of him working with the indigenous coming there and putting on their show and doing their dance and stuff. And one of the deceased, again, worked on the property, worked as a DJ there, actually played guitar. They had a little band. Was his friend. That was his friend.
Wow. And
now they've been accused of killing his friend and his friend's cousin. I mean, there was so much that was botched on this. Lack of DNA, destruction of property. Guess what? The family, the police did not remove the body. The indigenous did. Would that go to trial here in the U.S.? First of all, okay, wait a minute. You talking about tampering with evidence? The family dug the bodies out. There's video, there's picture, and the dad is there. So we have pictures of him digging. Wow. It's just been it's been absurd, man. Thanks, J Love says people get offended by my comments, but I could care less. He says foreigners get drugged and robbed would not stop. Too many desperate men are infatuated with inexpensive working women. What he says, they have oxtails. They did have oxtails. I'm not sure. He just did a new menu a couple days ago.
Oh, I love oxtails, though. I love some oxtails. I love oxtails. They're expensive, but I love them.
Expensive? I never found.
Well, like in the supermarkets, in the Matrix, they put they say they're more expensive. You go to some of the restaurants, they serve oxtails are more expensive. Yeah, so yeah.
I guess there's not a lot of oxes, or there's a bunch of oxes missing their tails. So much respect to you, Rob. God bless your channel. Thank you. Big Market says, I highly recommend Sweet Georgia. Believe it. And it's not just the food. It's not just the drinks. It's the camaraderie. It's your home base. I'm telling you, you go there first. You want to go out and party. But get by there. You will meet people. Talk to people. Talk to who's next to you. The last time I was there, I was stressing to get the test done. I wanted these medical tests done, and I wanted to research medical tourism and all. I needed to get this test done. I needed abdominal, whatever. And I couldn't get it done. Couldn't get it done. I'm sitting at the bar, Sweet Georgia Cafe. One of my viewers sits up. Brian says, I just did the same thing. Let me show you. Here's what my results look like. Then he hooked me up with them. I called him. It wouldn't go through. He called back for them and says, yeah, you know, you need to accept WhatsApps from him, from Rob. He needs to come and hooked it up for me. All that done, man. I think I paid $70-something. That would cost me $1,000 out of my pocket here. Anyway. Okay, more people going back and forth. Big Marcus, I'm a big dude, 6'5", 300 pounds. Will I stand out in Medellin and get stares? 6'5", 300 pounds. They're gonna know you're a foreigner. Let's just put it that way. 6'5", 300 pounds. Yeah, I mean, unless you work in a door somewhere, because 6'5", 300, you big dude. But I mean, it's not like it's a negative. You'll get. I mean, obviously, if you're, you know. If you look like an American or a visitor, they can tell, and you're marked. Now, at 6'5", 300 pounds, you're probably less liable to get robbed.
Yeah,
I would say Razor Raze is less liable to get robbed than I am, because he's big. Don't mean he won't.
Don't mean he won't.
Somebody's still gonna pull his card too.
If I let me just say this. Let me say this because people like to say that. If I was wearing a big gold chain, right, and you wasn't, right, and we just left out of Club Custos, let's just say in Medellin, right? And I'm walking my big gold chain and my ring. I'm bigger than you, I guess, but they are going to try to get me somehow, some way, strength in numbers, strength with guns. And they know I probably don't have a gun out there.
Oh, well, they're just going to snatch it and go. They're going to snatch and go, and you ain't going to run.
Yeah.
Unless you're a track star, who's going to run around and chase these people? And then they're going to pass it to somebody else. I don't know if you saw the video of the guy the two girls rubbing on the guy. Next thing you know, they robbed him, and the guy and his money fell on the floor, and the guys all of a sudden popped out of nowhere. Well, they weren't out of nowhere; they were standing there already.
So that was actually in Cartagena. That was in Cartagena. That was at the clock tower. That was at the clock tower, and I know I'm gonna hit you on the back channel of a reason why I did not do that video, because I'm gonna hit you on the back channel of why I did not do the video on my channel, but I know the exact video talk about the clock tower.
The guy's up against the wall on the left.
Yeah. On him, and it was like he seen the girl take the money, and she was trying to pass it to her next friend. Then some guy just come.
I think that was his phone or something. They were passing around him. Another girl was trying to take it.
They trying to grab it. If some guys came, if they know. Yeah.
And don't be Ken. Don't be Ken, because you'll find yourself arrested, and you can get arrested and not be allowed to go home. Now, they let this chick from the riots, the protest last week go home. I knew it when I saw it. When I saw her and saw her picture, I knew she'd be gone that night.
Yeah,
she was gone that night. But let it be you or I, and may not be that easy. Let's see. I'm going to get through. I'm not going to get through all these.
Well, guys. Mr. Jets, I'm going to say what's up, Mr. Jets all day, and Christopher Webby.
Yeah, Mr. Jets all day. We have a lot of the same viewers. Medellin has many potholes on the sidewalks in residential areas. Believe that, you better look down. One love family. I lived in Bronx after we immigrated from Colombia during the drug epidemic. So stop with the New York City Colombia comparison. Stop it. USA is a mess, shooting capital of the world. Believe that. Elvis de Jesus. People can lie all they want about Medellin is dangerous, bro. But dcbornrob don't hide anything. He tells the truth. I'm doing my best. I don't go overboard, and I don't think Razor does either. We don't tell you all the stories we read, because if we did, you wouldn't go.
You wouldn't go.
If you read what we read, you wouldn't go. I mean, unless you there now, or you always back and forth, then you're familiar with it. But if you haven't gone before, if we told you, I mean, I'm looking at stories on my other monitor. It's
horrifying stories. It's some
every day.
Stuff. A lot of weird stories.
Kids, buses burning, floods. I haven't reported much. I need to do it. It's been a lot of flooding recently. All the washed, and all those houses on the side of the hill. They're like, they build themselves. So there's no cement structure. There's nothing that goes into to the side of the mountain. They just slide off the side of the mountain.
Right.
What's up, Buck Travel? He says, Norman, Elvis de Jesus, DC Born, you should go to DR this year. I still haven't, man. Sosua is waiting for you. They have a big that community.
Can you imagine DC Born? Sosua? Wow.
I want to go. But if I can go to Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica. If I can go there cheaper, Mexico, I can drive to Mexico. Okay. 6.5 hours and I'm in Mexico. I went to Sweet Georgia Cafe as you recommended, Rob. I agree in supporting business in your own community. Believe it. If you don't support it, they'll go away and you won't have a Sweet Georgia Cafe. If you remember, I got turned on to Chef Jay last year. Chef Jay had a place there. This was while it was still on lockdown. I went down last year and I got to eat at his restaurant. Phenomenal chef, phenomenal food, but off the beaten trail a little bit. Sweet Georgia Cafe in Poblado is only 1 block from Parque Poblado. So it's in 4 or 5 blocks from Parque Air, so not far at all. But he was in a Manila neighborhood, like 2 or 3 blocks off to the left-hand side of Calle D's north. He's no longer open. Okay, I love this food. I would definitely go back. But if enough Americans don't support you, you're going to go out of business. And I will say this again. If there was not a Sweet Georgia Cafe there, I would not go back. I'd have no reason to. If I don't have that spot, because I'm not going for the ladies, I'm going for the relaxation and the camaraderie and at my leisure. When I want to be around people, I go around. Now I go to my hotel or I just walk around, enjoy the city or do tours. If they were not there, I'll put it out there. I would not go. So support them. You get by, talk to Rob Lester as the owner. You tell Rob, this Rob said, hey, and I sent you. You need to support. Okay, what's up, Razor Raze? Says,
what up?
100. What's up, Razor Raze? Rob, I've been to Medellin at least 10 times and lived there at least a year because of you. Wow. Wow. I went to Sweet Georgia Cafe and my omelet was good. I just wasn't expecting corn in it. I don't think I've had corn in my omelet either. Did you get the corn omelet? I've had omelet
that day. You got the special.
Maybe that was a special. Yeah, maybe that was a special they put out that day. Elvis de Jesus. I live in New York City, and it's definitely safer than Colombia. Colombia is safer than New York City. Everybody's going back and forth. They love stuff. Okay,
it's a battle with the comments.
Yeah, just going back and forth. Teggy Hanley is a men's skincare company that sponsors a lot of mid-range young. Hey, turn me on, Strill, if you will.
I heard them, definitely.
Give me the info. I need good-looking skin, especially if they're going to pay me.
Me too.
Clean skin is what I'm concerned about. I use astringent. I use alcohol. DMR, hey brothers, how is everyone? DMR, what's up? What's up? What's up? Norman DMR, J Love says Elvis. Your information, Medellin, Poblado, Laureles, Parquilleras, and Club Gustos. Your tricking spot does not respect those does not represent the whole Colombia. And there's different spots in Medellin. Most people for the first time they got to go to Poblado and walk around Parquilleras, but there's also 70 in Laureles. There's also 33 in Laureles. Between Laureles and Belén is actually the dividing part. Nutibara. There's different streets that you can go to where it's popping at night. 33 seems to me a little bit younger than 70, but still, it's popping, and it's right up the street from Sweet Georgia Cafe in Laureles. I used to walk. I would leave there at 11 o'clock, whatever time we leave, 12 o'clock, whatever time the function was over. Walk up the street, and you can just order a bottle and sit out front and watch. I watch the people on the corner that twirl stuff and flip, and there's some ingenious people down there. I'm not gonna be able to get through all these comments, guys, but much appreciation for everybody who has joined us today. Hopefully this has been of some benefit. And join me on social media. Join me on social media before you go. If you're not sure what my accounts are, join me on social media. I am dcbornrob official on Instagram. I am dcbornrob official 1 on TikTok. I am dcbornrob O on Twitter. Don't be like this guy right here.
You're just so stupid. I had to send you a video to let you know you're so stupid.
That's right. Don't be like this guy right here. Join me on social media. So there you go. Much appreciation. One question says, did the Stevensons have any criminal record in the U.S.? I don't believe so. And can they be extradited to the U.S. so they can serve their time? That's been something that's been worked on because we know that there's been prisoner swaps. Okay, that's a big guy. Markel TV, low-key watching y'all stream. He be low-key throwing shade about you too.
About me? Not me.
I don't know. Moochie T says, Rob, why you not monetized when Razor Raze is? You have almost 10,000 subscribers and Razor has just over 2,000. What am I missing? I stopped it. If you remember, I stopped.
You all monetized. He thinking that YouTube not monetize you.
Oh, I monetize.
You
I
stopped it yourself.
demonetize it. I turn the switch off. You have to do it every video you post and say, do you want to monetize? Are you not? Do you want things popping at the bottom, off to the side? So first of all, I didn't like commercials popping up anyway during the one at the beginning. Okay, I get that. Play it for a few seconds, you hit the little button. But I figure, why not stop it? I can put up my own commercials, and I can either help my dentist there, or if you need a ride there or tours, then Andres is my guy. So plus I can walk around and record things while hearing, oh shoot, as soon as you hear baby, baby, oh shit, I gotta stop. Oh, as soon as you hear any music on a record, oh shit, I can't tell you how many videos I've had that I can't use because of that. When I'm being monetized. Now, not being monetized, I can do what I want. I mean, they can still shut me off. Remember, ASD docs. If you're not familiar with ASD docs, take a look at that. Razor, take a look at this, man. This guy is somebody that I want to follow behind.
I will.
He is good. He's a good guy. I want to bring him on here too. He's having to start a whole new channel because they demonetized him like that.
Because they demonetized the thing. ASD docs.
Just like that. Now, he went after some people. He went after the police who were BSing, judges, lawyers who were BS, who got caught lying on camera. I mean, he publicizes that, but the amount of research that goes into what he does is on the level of a 48 hours or 60 minutes type thing. It's a lot of work that he's put into it. Okay, I'm just gonna scroll through here a couple of those.
I got him, yeah. ASD docs. He got the magnifying glass with the hat.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna subscribe to him right now.
Take a look at his stories. Watch the one on being demonetized first. Yep.
ASD docs.
ASD docs. He reports on, and I wouldn't say he's a First Amendment auditor. You know, the guys who go around with a camera and go, you know, hey, I'm here to take pictures, and the police go, you can't take pictures in here, and they go, yes, I did. It's my First Amendment. I can do what, you know. But he reports on them, but he does more in-depth investigation. He's helping people, man, and he doesn't get paid for that. Now, he built his audience up to it, but he also picked up the Stevenson story for me. I reached out to him, and thanks to O, says, you need to talk to this guy. I reached out, talked to Andre, and he says, yeah, man, I'll do a video on it. He did a little bit different, did it almost like we did, but his investigative reports are in depth. He's good. He's good, real good. I want to be that good. Let's just put it that way. I want to take the time to build a story like that. But I have so many balls and dishes I'm twirling in the air at any given time. But everybody who has been on today, again, thanks so much, Razor Raze. Thank you so much. You're the only person to get me drinking in the daytime, especially beer.
I'm glad I could be a bad influence on you, dcbornrob. I'm glad.
It's still half. We got to do this at night. But next Wednesday, maybe I'll get one next Wednesday too. We jump on. So see us Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern. Next Wednesday, we're going to come on and we're going to discuss the brother. So again, if you are a YouTuber, big, small, little, and you see this video, do me a favor, reach out to me, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com. If you have any stories that you think are worthy of being reputable, send me an email, dcbornrobgroup@gmail.com, and we'll discuss it there and see where we go. I do ask questions, though. People need to know. Don't just think you call me and go, I want to come on. And I go, okay. And I put you on, and I haven't looked into it myself, or I don't believe it's true. I only put people on that I believe are true. That should tell you something, okay? I'm not going to put somebody on that I think is sketchy, okay? Yeah. So just I do ask questions. I don't just, oh, you want to come on? How about Friday? No. A lot going on, so I'm kind of trying to be of assistance, and who can I assist best on top of working a job and then traveling around, and now I got to go skating. I was going to go skating, man, but I'm not sure if I'm taking the kids. I was going to do it myself, but I can't fall no more, man. I don't think I'm.
You've been drinking the Coors Lights. You're gonna.
No, I just don't want to fall. Period.
You're gonna be all over the place.
Razor, I got to get out of here, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks again.
All right.
We're tough, guys. We got to get out of here. Thanks for joining us on Saturday. Hopefully this has been beneficial. Remember, put your headphones in, listen to Razor Raze while you're on your walk. Yes. Talk to you guys soon, man. Peace.
We out.
We out.